Hey Canada, what's up? Good morning. Glad you're with us. It is our first Sunday morning Draw 4 in Lethbridge at the Tim Hortons Brier. All the action at the NMAX Center. The Lethbridge Hurricanes of the Western Hockey League on a 7-game road trip so the fans can come in and watch some curling this week. There's our feature, all Manitoba battle. McEwen, Manitoba, Gunnlaugson, Team Wildcard. Come on inside the building. Glad you're watching our coverage on TSN. Brian Mutrick joined by Kathy Gaucher. So two storylines certainly at this year's competition. Team Canada, Brendan Bottcher from Alberta, 2-0. Kevin Cooey representing Alberta, 2-0. What stood out to you early, but what's happening in your mind so far?
Well, the ice is just so good. The teams are going after each other early. We have seen some great shot making in the first day and a half. I can't wait for today.
Last night, the crowd was sizzling because it was Darren Moulding, now a part of Team New Brunswick, taking on former teammates in Team Canada. It was a back-and-forth game, but in the end, it was all Brendan Bottcher.
Well, and Brendan had to really pull it within himself in the last shot. The crowd chanting against him, something he never expected to face in Alberta, but he didn't let it bother him.
So he gets the win against Moulding. James Grattan, New Brunswick, he joked with me after the game. He's like, yeah, I can't wait to be Team Canada from Alberta and get some crowd support. But hey, it is what it is. Moulding from Lethbridge. He calls it his second home. Canada wins. Yukon 13-7 over Prince Edward Island. Alberta, Kevin Cooey has mentioned, a dominating win, 14-3 over Newfoundland and Labrador. And Team Dunstone, 7-6 win. They improved to 2-0. So the story to tell, obviously, you have two pools. You want to be top three in the pool. If you are, you will advance to the playoffs. We're focusing on Pool B this morning, including Mike McEwen looking for his second win. All right, Kathy, so let's begin with Mike McEwen. He was 4-4 in the bubble in Calgary. He was 4-4 at the trials as well in Saskatoon. Make no mistake, this is a talented team, but what will it take for Mike to make a deep run this week?
Well, I think this is going to be one of his toughest games. In the provincial championship in Manitoba, Mike started very slow. There were times during the games that he almost let his foot off the gas, and it almost costed him. Against BC, there was none of that. So for Mike, he's playing a guy that he knows really well from Manitoba, has to put that aside, play the rocks, not the player.
And that is Jason Gunnlaugson, who's at the Brier for the third consecutive time. He was 6-6 in the bubble in Calgary. And when you look at this team, you think the difference maker could be that import from PEI.
Well, Adam Casey had some wonderful numbers last year, was 91% in his first outing. He will bring Jason back. Jason threw a lot of big weight yesterday, made some mistakes, but it is Adam's confidence, his quietness, and his ability that could make the difference.
So Gunnlaugson, one of the three wildcard teams in the field. Team Manitoba looking for their first Brier title since Jeff Stoughton back in 2011. We're set, right? You ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
We're ready. Let's go. First rock next from Lethbridge.
The Tim Hortons Brier is brought to you by Tim Hortons, the official coffee of Curling Canada. By Home Hardware, Here's How. By Scotties Facial Tissue, Unleash the Scotties. And by New Holland, proud supporter of Curling Canada.
We really wanted to do a lot of things to be ready to play in this Brier. And for our team, probably more than some of the teams here, it was the focus of our year. In the last 2 years, we've had a pretty good first pool and then kind of slowed down. And hopefully this year we can carry a little bit of that momentum through.
Definitely have a little bit of a challenge bringing in a new player. That'll be the biggest test for us, is getting Colton comfortable, and opening weekend for us, the first 48 hours, is really making that as seamless as possible.
And that brings us to our feature on this Sunday morning here in Lethbridge. 16th time that the Brier has been hosted by this great province of Alberta. It's time to beat the teams, brought to you by Home Hardware. Here's how. And we begin with Team Manitoba. Your lead, Colton Lott. Second, Derek Samagalski. At third, Reed Carruthers. And skip, of course, is Mike McEwen out of the West St. Paul Curling Club in Manitoba. Team Wildcard, number 3. Out of Morris, Manitoba, your skip, Jason Gunnlaugson. At third, Adam Casey. Second, Matt Wozniak. And at lead, Connor Negevin. Rock colors this morning, Team Manitoba, the Redstones. Team Wildcard, number 3, Gunnlaugson, the Yellowstones. And one of those lineup wrinkles, that Mike McEwen was talking about. Colton Lott is into the lineup. Unfortunately, Colin Hodgson is out of this, Brier. Had a chat with Colin. He tested positive for COVID. Also has a nagging left quad injury. We wish him all the best in his recovery. So Colton Lott is here for him. And we are underway. Lead stones from Team Wildcard from Connor McEwen.
Well, when Mike talked about the first 48 hours, it is not at all questioning the ability of Colton Lott, but there is a chemistry that teams have. Colin brought a lot to this team in terms of when he would interject, thoughts that he would give to Mike, not only on strategy, but also his dynamic working with Derek Samogulski. So for Mike, it's not at all about seeing Colton throw. They both throw tuck delivery, so they're going to get similar results. It's how Colton feels comfortable and not the odd man out that is the work of the team, and that's something that Rob Meekin, as their coach, will have a lot to do with.
Control. Control, bud. Control. Yeah.
So Jason electing to keep it in the house and simple, and Mike is going to play along with that.
Weight's good.
Expecting a relatively simple open first end.
Easy.
This is the first time we have a morning draw, and the teams are going to want to feel confident that the ice is the same as the last time they played.
Third straight Brier appearance for Connor McEwen. And if you followed us in the bubble as well and watched the mixed doubles, as you talked about, Colton Lott, a star player with his fiancée, Kadriana Sahadak, they have been brilliant in that event. They made 2 Canadian finals in mixed doubles. The most recent one, losing to Anderson Gushu in the bubble in Calgary, lost another final to Walker and Myers back in 2018. He has a ton of talent, this young man.
Well, and Colton made the decision to step back from 4-person play to focus on mixed doubles with some wonderful results, but he's been pulled back into the men's game, most notably by his former junior teammate, Matt Dunstone, when Braden was unable to play at the Olympic trials. And now I think that word is getting out that Colton is certainly open for business and looking to play men's again. And he's going to make a huge addition to someone's team.
Good weight, bud. Attaboy. Did you say you just scored a rock in it? Wow. Until you carved it.
So again, our feature, Kathy, over on Sheet D, near the fans. Great to have fans back in the building. And this will be the first day of 3 draws in a single day. So interesting to keep an eye on the ice conditions.
Well, I timed it this morning, Brian, and it's like 15 and a half. Very, very quick. Last night, it was a full second slower by the time we got to the end of the Botcher game that was also on this sheet. And so teams will have to be aware that the packed building at night is going to make a difference, particularly to the outside sheets, and really work on a lot of rotation and a lot of conversation about what they see.
Good. Attaboy, Maddie.
We talked a little bit about it in the opening, Brian. For Manitoba, the key is Mike and just keeping focused. The rest of the teams in this field, you can expect 100%, but sometimes you let down with the teams that you know the most. And we've talked about the battle at third. Reed Carruthers, a wonderful player, 92 in his opening, but Adam Casey has found ways to outshoot Reed when they go head-to-head in the past. Well, Jason was the low man on the totem pole on this wildcard team yesterday, overthrowing a number of stones and, in fact, missing a blank by doing that. So temper that weight. You don't need to throw that hard. It's more predictable when you don't. And Casey he can produce when it really matters.
Keys to the game brought to you by Scotties Facial Tissue. Unleash the Scotties.
Curl, Maddie. A little bit. A little bit. Just a little bit. A little bit. Boy. Nice shot. Yeah, for sure. Real nice, Case.
Like that was on the nose, like halfway, and it just stayed on the nose.
There the whole way.
Reed Carruthers in his 9th Brier appearance. We talked about that last Manitoba win. Well, he was on that team with Jeff Stoughton, London 2011. Won the World Championship that year as well in Regina. And more recently, we got to watch Reed Carruthers coaching Carey Anderson's team to a championship. The Scotties, congratulations to Carrie and her squad. 3 consecutive Scotties titles. And Reed really enjoyed that coaching experience. He's done his Camp Carruthers camp since way back in 2015 and helping youngsters, and something he really enjoys, Kathy, that coaching side.
And he's very good at it. You talk about his career, which is a teacher, and I think that that's not only his curling ability, but that teaching mentality makes his camp so good. And he brought a lot of that to Carrie Anderson's team. He brought confidence. He brought just some tweaks that the team said that they hadn't thought about before in terms of communication. And he did say that he feels that, you know, coaching may be something that he's going to be a lot more open to because he enjoyed it so much.
It was awesome. All the skips here, Kathy. We ran a montage, and I'm sure we'll see it again at some point, just congratulating Carrie and wishing them luck. And Mike McEwen said, yeah, make sure the coach is fed. He gets hangry. But it's so great to see all the support, and we can't wait to watch Carrie Anderson and her team represent Canada proudly at the Worlds in BC.
Yeah. I like that ice.
Yeah, no, I like that ice.
I don't think so. It didn't work all practice. You got Jay.
Now here's a really good opportunity. It is a wide open hit for sure, and Jason's a great hitter, but this is where you find and you lock in your control weight. The tendency is always to throw a little bit more, and I think he was very frustrated yesterday with himself when he did overthrow a couple of those stones. And as the game went on, he threw less and less, and he made more and more.
Lots of curl. Like,
yeah, that's
I was
curling,
like all the way outside the rock, and then
it should curl, right? Like,
yeah, it makes sense. So just
41-year-old Mike McEwen, the skip for this Manitoba team out of the West St. Paul Curling Club.
Easy. Jarek.
1 podium finish for Mike, and that was that bronze medal back in St. John's, Newfoundland, Labrador back in 2017.
It's good. It's good. Oh, it's fine.
And neither skip will go down to the other end, a wide open end, trying to save a little bit of time on the clock.
I agree. You got it, bud. Like the weight. Clean.
clean. Hard, hard.
Clean. Clean. Shot. Nice pair, Jay. That a boy. Close, Jay. Nice pair, Jay. Nice throw, Skipper. Good start. Yeah. Well, sure, bud.
So a clean first stand, and Mike McEwen trying to wrap it up with a blank here, his final stone in one.
Little throw with the intern.
Huge. Like, I was all the way out of it.
I felt like I did the same thing because I was kind of being like, I was like, it's going to curl here.
You threw it good.
Yeah.
Like, and it.
Yep.
Clean.
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 Shot.
Got the yellow.
Bang. Away it goes. Blank on the board. As we're underway on this Sunday morning, glad you're with us here watching on TSN, here from Lethbridge. Our first morning draw here at this year's Tim Hortons Brier in Lethbridge. Glad you're with us. Brian Mudrick, Kathy Gauthier. So blank on the board in the first end, courtesy Team Manitoba, Mike McEwen. But some rocks in play here, Kathy, with lead stones on the way in the second end.
Well, you knew that it was going to happen. Both teams like to have rocks in play. It just was one of those early mornings. You loosen up, keep things simple.
Yep.
They're all early, aren't they, though? Like
Well, for me, they
yeah,
certainly
yes.
are. Not being a morning person.
Well, you fooled us for, what, a decade, so it's or more, so good for you. Proud of you.
Line's good. Line's good.
So Mike took just inside the edge of the 12-foot. That gives you a sense of how much it curls.
Yep. A little hot.
And because the rocks were sandpapered not that long ago, that's where, at this end here, when the weight comes off near the center line, they pick and go, almost coming onto the other side of that guard.
14.6 on his. Yeah. It's nice, Matt.
Okay.
Draw the button speed.
Okay.
And the 5th Brier appearance for Matt Wozniak. His 2nd Brier with this team. He was part of that bronze medal team with Mike McEwen in St. John's back in 2017.
Hard line.
Line's good.
Room.
Weight's good.
Lots of room.
Okay. Line's
Of
good.
course, who can forget that epic trials final in Ottawa to Kevin Cooey from this Mike McEwen side? That was a brilliant game.
Just no bounce. Curl but to it. Get all the way there. Get all the way there.
Attaboy, Matty. Call, Jay.
Good throw.
All 4 sheets in play this morning. As over on sheet A, it's T wildcard number 1, Brad Gushue taking on Nunavut. Northwest Territories, Jamie Cooey taking on Mike Fournier out of Quebec. They're both looking for win number 1. BC, Northern Ontario, and of course our feature, Manitoba and wildcard number 3 in Gunnlaugson. 3 wildcard teams in the field this year. The other one, Matt Dunstone, he's in the other pool.
Whoa.
Nice shot.
Precision. Lovely from
Shot.
Derek Samagalski.
Oh boy.
Good call, Mike. That's perfect.
Yeah. It's a great shot.
Nice shot, Sam. Shot, Derek. Sweet. At least it's Gargard now.
Nice weight, well controlled. And you heard Reed say not only do the stones go away, but they've also left the guard out front, the center guard. And with Last Rock, that's not always ideal, but at least it's your own.
Gotta go to bed if we can. Weight's good.
Line's pretty close.
Okay,
Always
we're there.
Connor. Always
There for
Connor.
weight.
Buy everything.
I don't think you are. I think you're down. I think you're finishing. Oh, yeah.
Right on it, Connor.
Can't go much.
Wow, that's fast. 15-3 there. That's real fast.
Nice shot. Shot, Matty.
Nice shot, Matt.
Kathy Gauthier, let's start the updates this morning. We'll begin with Jamie Cooey and Mike Fournier over on sheet B.
Well, this is the force. Mike able to lie 2, and that shot stone is buried. And so for Jamie, looking for the 4-foot.
I thought it was close.
Line's good.
Made some really good
Might have to go
shots
for
in his
line.
opening
Wait on it.
game. The biggest shot that he missed was a double attempt. He flashed by the outside. That allowed a 3-point to be scored against him, and that got their team into trouble. But otherwise, they played very well in that opening game.
Yep. Can't hurt.
Lovely draw weight right there as he'll pick up his single for Jamie Cooey, his 15th Brier appearance. Same with James Gratton, number 15, number 18 for Mark Nichols and Glenn Howard, and number 19 for Mr. Brad Gushue. So a lot of familiar names back at this year's Brier in Lethbridge.
Hard.
Now with 2 buried and in lots of trouble, trying to make a lot of granite go away. The right double attempt.
Attaboy. Nice shot.
And he will pick 2. Adam Casey, the run back.
Shot, Casey.
It's the best call, I think, Jay.
That's the best shot.
Call, Jay. Attaboy, Case.
Shot, Case.
I was almost debating if that was best.
It's the best shot, yes.
It's like you leave the one buried, I thought was bad.
Adam Casey, Kathy, one of those guys that has competed and seen a lot of Canada, as he's now in his 9th Brier appearance. He played with Jason last year. He's represented 4 different provinces or territories at the Brier. That's a tie with Ryan Fry for the most all-time. Played with Brad Gushue, of course, for years. Skipped Saskatchewan back in 2017.
Yep.
Skipped PEI a few times as well.
Whoa, back line. Close. No, just back 8. Back 12. Back 12.
Trying to split that stone off the center, move it towards the wings where corner guards are in play.
Hard Jared. Hard
Nice shot,
Jared.
Reed. Oh, boy. Shot, Ram.
Shot.
Real good. Real nice.
Good sweep, bud. Yeah, you too.
You should chase it.
Like, this is good, but is it too hard?
I don't know, like it's dead buried, but
Can you see any of it or no?
no, but like.
And let's continue the updates. BC and Brent Pierce out of the Royal City Curling Club in New Westminster taking on the Olympic gold medalist from Sochi and Brad Jacobs.
Well, for Brent Pierce, sat in the hack and faced a bunch of Northern Ontario stones, tried to play the freeze on the shot stone and came up just that little bit light. And so it is 1 for sure, arguably 2 for Northern Ontario.
No backing. You need it?
Like the weight.
You can hear the voice of Mark Kennedy, who is back with this team. He was at the Olympics in Beijing as the alternate for Brad Gushue, and wonderful job by Gushue and company bringing home that bronze medal. And a wonderful draw from Brad Jacobs, so he will put 3 on the board.
Come on.
Nice.
That time delayed. They would measure it, but it was 3. So 3 for Northern Ontario.
I think you just make this.
Yeah.
Yeah, nose is fine too, Reed.
Looks like a bump from here.
Yeah.
It is a very long guard,
Okay.
Let's make this low.
Yeah.
but for Reed, it is not edge to edge there as you see it. So part of it tucked, and that's why he said it looks like bump from here, wanting to throw a little bit less weight than normal to get that movement.
What?
Whoa, whoa, whoa,
Yep.
whoa, whoa,
Whoa, whoa, heavy.
whoa,
Solid.
Solid.
whoa.
This is heavy.
Curl.
Curl. You gotta go.
Curl.
Hard, Colty.
Straight.
Any roll.
Straight.
Colt Law trying to carve it over.
Yep. Go. Good. Nice shot.
Great shot, Ram.
Oh, I don't know why
Good
we're
shot.
rolling it.
Great throw.
Control. I like it. Yep.
Other scores, you can see Gushu, wild card 1, getting 2 in the first end. And we showed you the nice draw from Jamie Cooey to get his single on sheet B. And you saw the update, 3-0. Jacobs over Pierce.
Just nose it. Are you rolling under?
Playing the roll under,
Okay,
yeah.
sounds good.
Yeah, we
Kind of wait.
We got some room. Control.
Okay. You got it, Jay.
Well, the best way to negate what looks to be a pair starting to build for Mike McEwen is that big roll underneath the 2 guards on the other side of the house.
Go big. Heavy. Close. 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 Yep. Whoa. Whoa. Curl. Curl. You're really close, Matt. Go. Come on. Go.
Gunnlaugson the hit, the roll. He'll flip it in behind cover. And shot stone, back 4.
Pretty good.
Great shot, Jay.
Thanks, Brier.
I think it's just sunk enough.
Yeah, it's
I talked about the weight being up a little bit, able to manipulate it to get that extra movement, and then great brushing to roll it behind. And that is in a spot that you're not going to be able to tap it back. So this is the draw.
It's almost like, I don't know, tough
I think
spot.
it's close to as good as you did. But it
Yeah.
was just like he was always going to have this.
Yeah, and he's always playing this no matter what.
Like even if you're
The
like,
further
just
you-
shot over, he's still looping and then.
Yeah, well, yeah, and then he doesn't have to go as close to the button. Yeah. He could give him more room that way.
Limit for line.
Easy.
How's the weight?
Top
Get the
four.
weight.
Line's good.
Top 4, top button.
Yep. Yep.
That's what we gotta
Yep.
go. We gotta go. Come on.
Yep.
T line.
Line's good.
Line's good. T. Great shot, Mike. Perfect.
It is a
Great
great
job, buddy.
shot
Perfect.
indeed. Shot stone, side of button.
That's perfect.
I thought.
Shot, Mike.
For a second, I thought we
That's
had to
good.
go, and then it just.
Yeah, he can't go there now.
Did you see a lot of that in his first game, Kathy, that draw weight from Mike?
He made almost everything in the first game. When I was looking at the numbers after, Mike was 91%. Has had very good control of draw weight.
Oh, sorry.
No, I did not.
That's what I saw too.
It was a gentle line
Yeah.
throw.
So I think that's why the time I got what I did. So makes sense.
Just charting out the sheet.
Got it, buddy.
Just like an inch or 2 more.
Nice speed here, Jay. 410.
410-ish.
Yeah, you got it, man. '88. Tight.
I think you have room.
Weight's
Easy.
Halfway high.
2/3. Halfway.
Still got a little work to
Gonna have
do.
to
Line
curl
should
at
be
some point.
okay.
Halfway.
I think you got the hole closed
Gotta
up.
curl?
Stay with it, Connor. A little bit. Little bit. Little bit.
Perfect.
Keep going. Keep going.
Really good right there.
Good.
Really good right there.
Good shot, Jay.
Yeah, there's no place where it's
No,
any
you
good.
got. I got you. Yeah, good shot.
So did that satisfy what they were trying to accomplish there, Kathy?
It did. It did. They wanted to make sure that there was no play for Mike to come down to what he can see of his own, because now that angle's such that if they didn't guard it, Mike comes down, taps it back. The potential is for 3.
Was his second one on it. So, I mean,
So what he's saying is if you want to, you have to draw to the button.
Not easy, but
Mine has a touch more weight. It kind of makes it so maybe you can't make the roll.
So obviously he just threw that, but the path a touch different here,
It is
Kathy.
just that little bit further out.
I liked it.
Line's good.
Final stone here in 2. Mike McEwen, one in his back pocket, needs the button to pick up a pair.
Weight's good.
Line's really good. Full 4.
Weight's good.
Line says it's good.
Weight
Line
should be good.
says it's good.
Okay, should be close.
Little hot.
Can clean
Little
it.
hot. Little hot. Little hot.
Okay.
Here comes the pin.
Shot, Mikey.
Here comes Adam Casey. And it will stop nicely. Back button, 2 on the board. Team Manitoba.
Good.
As we have our first score here at NMAX Center in Lethbridge. Second consecutive year, Alberta hosting the Tim Hortons Brier. Obviously under the bubble in Calgary. Great to have fans back in the building on this Sunday morning here in Lethbridge. And after a blank in the first, 2 on the board for Mike McEwen. A lovely pair of stones from the Manitoba skip. So here in 3, for the first time, it is Jason Gunnlaugson with hammer as he throws the yellow rocks.
And these games are always tough when you're playing someone from your province. As Team Canada, Brendan Bottcher will face Kevin Cooey, obviously the Battle of Alberta. And you always have that extra oomph, if you will. You want to show that other team that you deserve to be there. And that's the case this morning in this Battle of Manitoba. Both teams obviously play each other a lot and have over the years. And there's just that little bit extra, and sometimes that can get in the way.
And that battle will be Wednesday night, Kathy. Alberta, Kevin Cooey, Bottcher, Team Canada.
Shot.
8:30 p.m. Eastern Time. That'll be on TSN. Well, I'm assuming we're going to show that game. I'm just going to go on a limb and suggest we are.
It's good speed.
It's at 14-8, 14-9. Okay, I'll try to throw a tight guard.
Yep.
All right, Kathy, our updates continue as we check in on Northwest Territories and Team Quebec.
Well, I've been watching a little bit of this game, and I find that it's almost one of those conversations that Mike and Felix may have to have, because I feel that every time Felix sets in a hack, he's facing a couple. He made a run-back double on his first to get himself into a better position, but then Jamie Cooey rebounded with a wonderful double right back, and so it is 2 that Felix faces. He needs 8 foot in order to score.
So Mike Fournier is the skip. Mike throws the second stone. Felix Asselin throws the 4th rocks for this Quebec team.
Shot.
And nice weight there from Felix. And we talked to both Felix and Mike, Kathy, earlier in the week. And the one challenge, too, is, you know, Mike obviously calls the game, but Felix has to throw that final stone, doesn't he? So
it's tough. Felix said that there will come a time that he wants that control of calling as well as throwing, but they absolutely agree that Mike has the most experience on the team, and they all want him to call it. But that does play into your head. Are you being forced into a situation to make some difficult shots that maybe you wouldn't have called yourself into?
Good job from Matt Wozniak. Removes the stone, rolls over to a corner.
What?
Great shot. Thanks.
He's gonna tap and split it. What if I just peeled the corner? I'm just throwing a hype up there.
Can we just
You
go
could.
3 on 1, boys?
Or can I bomb? Can I just throw peel and nose it and they all go? I don't mind that.
Yeah, but I mean, then he's got his corner.
Well, I know.
If you throw the bomb, 3 go for sure.
I mean,
I don't like this, because if you roll halfway, he chips and rolls.
Yeah. He splits them all up.
you could hammer this. You got to make sure this goes.
Okay, I can throw it hard if you want.
But then he's going around this corner.
I know, but then it's at worst too.
I think you just do this.
Okay, you okay with this?
Like this?
Whatever you like.
Okay.
So Mike's initial call was to play the
with it.
hit and roll to the center. But the challenge with that is that you're leaving the situation where you may be guarding your opponent's stone. And so if you really are concerned about the corner guard because you don't have last rock, peeling it out is an option. The other option that Derek talked about is making a run at those stones in the middle. 3 of them would have gone for sure, but then you leave the corner guard for your opponent. I think they wound up being half and half on the decision making, and they got a half and half shot.
Yeah. Nose hit. Oh, that looks hard.
That might just be everything.
Is the nose any good?
I'd like something easier.
Is the nose hit on the red any good?
Which red? This red?
Yeah.
Just
hit
take
3.
this one out or just real soft?
It's about just a hit and roll.
I want that yellow to stay.
Same shot. Control.
Yeah. Okay. Probably not killing the 6, but...
Or you want a little more weight then, or?
No, I like control. We know it. Let's make it.
This perfect. Like, it's just the exact same shot. Same kind of thing.
Dead nose.
So nose hit gets rid of the red stone. That is second shot right now. You leave your shooter there, may actually act as protection for your shot stone.
Speed's good. Same weight.
Yep.
Clean.
Yep.
Clean. Whoa.
Update time
Yeah.
over on Sheet C, BC and Northern Ontario. The skip is Brent Pierce. And if you check out that beautiful Brier tankard, you'll find Brent's name on it. And that was back in 2000, playing with Greg McCauley as he won the Brier tankard, went on to win gold at the World Championship that year as well.
And a bit of a change in this team at their provincial championship. It was Brent throwing last rock, but not calling the game. But they've switched it up so that he both calls and throws the final stone, and that's a big 2 points to get back in this game.
Jacobs up 3-2 after 2 over on Sheet C.
Yep. Yes.
Meantime, in our feature, Reed Carruthers throwing some heat.
Hard, Colby.
Whoa.
Okay. Okay, but shoot, what happened? Yep. Okay.
Oh, boy.
And that was just a pointed stone from Reed.
Okay, Reed.
So that curls more, and instead of leaving 2 reds in the house, he's left 2 yellows. An opportunity here for Adam to hit and roll to the other side of the house and lie 3.
Weight's good.
Easy. Close. Stay close. Close. Curl. Whoa.
Nose?
Nose is better, yeah.
Call, Jay.
Okay, fine case.
Good shot.
Good throw.
Call, Jay. Attaboy.
Spur.
Hair low. Little low. Toss your drop.
So playing the double, and if you make the double, your shooter is automatically going to roll underneath the stone just nosed by Adam Casey.
Hard. Yep, hard. Really gonna go. Hard, Colt.
And right out of his hand, Colton Lott.
Really gotta go.
Hard, Colt. Hard.
Not getting out.
Well, that's back-to-back stones by Reed that they're calling even before he releases.
Well, that one won't go away.
So that's either release or a lineup issue. So you watch as he comes out. A little soft on the release, just not getting to the broom, and these ice curls so much that on both of those over-curling.
I know years ago Reed had serious knee issues and used to be a tuck thrower and had to basically revamp his entire delivery, uses that stabilizer.
I'll have a half rocker one way or another.
Yeah.
And the problem with the outcome beyond the 2 yellow stones is the separation between them. There's no automatic give me double right now. And Adam trying to really space this stone out as well.
Just like T-line. T-line.
Adam winning the Canadian Junior Championship with Brett Gallant back in 2009. Played 3rd for him.
Not bad, Case.
That's fine, Case. It's good. Good call, Jay. Need on the center line. Too much. That's the straightest spot on the sheet, right?
Doesn't matter.
So Brad Gushue looking to improve to 2-0, up 5-0 in his game. 1-1 on Sheet B. And as you saw the update, Northern Ontario 3-2. Brad Jacobs with hammer.
I mean, it's pretty much hit a smooth half. And
Smooth half's close.
Yeah, thin. I got thin half.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, that stone did not move like Adam Casey or Jason Gunnlaugson thought. And so for Mike, made some big shots in the first end. Needs a big one now.
Halfish. Skinny half.
Well, he made a key shot in that last end, Kathy, and he was a big reason they picked up 2 points.
Well, this was a true skip deuce. You have that wonderful draw by hit and roll rather by Jason Gunnlaugson, and it is over, Barry. No chance for Mike to tap it back to bring 2 into play, and so he's forced to make a draw, and a very precise draw. And because of where this is, Jason Gunnlaugson tries to block it off and leaves him only the button, which he makes as well. That's a great deuce.
The key shot brought to you by BKT Tires, growing together. And they're just not in sync with the hits here, Team Manitoba in the third.
sorry, guys.
Okay.
You give him the triple, you got
Hey, buddy.
Just a shade.
Yeah.
Casey's? Oh, yeah.
That's 3 in a row, just a shade tight.
I don't think mine
Top
went
eight's
as straight.
perfect.
Like, I think it'll curl at the end.
I agree.
Jason gave them the opportunity when that
The center line's
stone did
fine.
not move that much for Adam Casey, taking far less ice.
Like, I think this
On
will
this
curl
one.
better than his did, right? Like,
In and thick quarter.
Well, there's a chance, depending, like if he was ever deep, maybe contact that one.
Yep.
And for Mike, if there
here.
are 3 stones in the house, he's not
Good
going to
release
be
on it.
worrying about sticking around. It's going to be do whatever you can
and what was that in the guard?
to remove 2.
Sorry?
What was that in the guard?
On the guard, you were a 402.
Okay.
$70.
easy. Heavy. Really heavy.
I know.
Easy. Only the after the after.
Mine's okay.
We're in the rings. We're in the rings, Matt.
Higher the better.
Weight's good.
Mad if anybody.
Okay, we're there.
Always mad if anybody. Get off it, Connor.
Okay. We're there for speed.
You can be higher.
Just past this guy.
So just don't set up a triple
Really
here
good.
for Mike
No,
McEwen.
it's not.
That was a 70, Jay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Quarter.
Quarter, right?
Nice weight by Jason.
That's good.
Is the triple there at all, Kathy?
Well, the double is certainly there.
Quarter. Okay, bud.
I see the double.
Toss you, bud.
Need a big one here, trying to get out of some trouble in this third end after picking up 2 in the second end. Gunnlaugson, a strong rebound here. Can Mike McEwen make a couple disappear?
Yep.
His final stone here in 3.
Whoa.
Yep.
Whoa.
Yes.
McEwen got one, nudges that second, but again, not enough. And the open draw for 3 for Jason Gunnlaugson.
Almost can't hit that too thin.
Good throw.
So 2 in the second, door opens right back up here for Jason Gunnlaugson.
Exactly. Yeah.
Find the paint, pick up 3, and take the lead.
Well, a really frustrating end for the Mike McEwen back end.
That was a bad 3.
That was not a good.
And what he means by a bad 3 is sometimes your opponent makes some really great shots, and then you still don't want to give up 3. But in this case, it was Reed pointing on both of his. Mike not super confident on the ice. You heard him say that he pointed his first and then not making at least the double on his second. And Jason Gunnlaugson and his team taking full advantage.
Curling.
Quickly, Kathy, what's pointed? What's pointing him?
Just when you come out, instead of just letting the rock go, you kind of point it towards the stone and it's gone.
Big shot.
Gunnlaugson, nice rebound, 3 on the board. He leads in our feature in Lethbridge. Welcome back to our Brier coverage here in Lethbridge. A nice rebound of 3 for Jason Gunnlaugson, team wildcard. So hammer back to Manitoba, and Mike McEwen throwing the Redstones here in the 4th inning. And yeah, you heard the frustration from Mike catching him on the microphone saying, yeah, that's a bad 3 to give up. And you saw, I mean, Reed Carruthers unfortunately just, couldn't make the takeouts. Mike, similar story, and here we are, 3-2 lead for Gunnlaugson.
Yeah, I think that in those ends you tend to focus on the misses, but you have to also remember that it's not a miss until the opponent makes the next shot. And credit to Jason Gunnlaugson and his team. Adam Casey put his stones in the house. Jason made a couple of really good draws, and it forced Mike McEwen to throw that up weight and try to make the double, and it was just not made.
I got a hair hot.
We were chatting before the competition, this game, Kathy, that the year Reed Carruthers was just brilliant at the Brier, but in the game against Adam Casey, when they went head-to-head, Casey really brought his A-game, didn't he?
He did. It was almost a 10% difference between the two, and Reed did win All-Star, but Adam Casey finds a way to rise to the occasion. He's had some terrific numbers in the 90s, and he's had Reed's number in the Brier history.
Okay, good. There, but good.
Yeah, I like that.
T-line.
Back button.
Back button.
Easy early.
Okay.
Back button.
Easy.
It's still there.
Trying.
Okay, stay close, Case. You might have
Back
to go.
8. Back
Casey,
8. Back 4.
Casey,
Back 4,
Casey.
back
Whoa, we're back.
Too heavy, guys.
I understand. I'm just
Yeah.
hitting it was not great. Back 8 is fine.
It's fine, Matty. Good. Called you.
Good shot. Firm.
Hey, Derek.
So not looking for the straight peel, but the removal of that center guard and roll to another corner.
Yep. Whoa, 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 whoa.
Catch it. Good.
Back.
Oh, wow.
Look at that.
Now
Little
that was
magic.
not
That's the yellow spill.
drawn up and called, but what a wonderful result. And a great example of how lively these stones, that is big weight, but not massive weight, winds up with 2 corner guards, a stone in the house, and removes both of the Gunnlaugson stones.
Thank you, Derek Samagalski. Check, please. Lovely shot as that worked out brilliantly for Manitoba.
Hard!
Whoa! Roll it. Go.
It's fine. Good shot.
And Matt Wozniak trying to answer and flip behind cover, still poking out behind that corner guard.
It's just hard to commit to get those low enough.
I don't mind playing it.
Let's check in on Peter Mackey out of the Iqaluit Curling Club out of Nunavut, taking on team wildcard number 1 and Brad Gushue.
Well, we saw that this number 1 wildcard team has not lost a beat, since the Olympics. 3 buried. All that he has is this run-in from the corner guard.
Whoa.
Peter Mackey, Mark Pillsworth, Jeff Nadeau, Greg Howard.
Oh, nice try.
And a good effort.
2, yeah.
But a steal of 1 and 2, so 7-0 Gushue.
Okay.
We think the
Control
same
there.
ice is good.
Yeah.
Maybe
It's
a
funny
little less.
talking and hearing
no problem. This
Brad
isn't
Gushue
straight
speak
the
with the
other way,
media. He
though.
said their expectations weren't as high as a normal Brier, but tell you what, fans of the building, that team back on the ice, and look out.
Weight's good.
I did ask Mark
Easy.
Nichols how they felt they would do if it was still in a bubble as it was last year, and he said not good. It's the energy of the crowd, and you could see the Gushue team rise yesterday when they were introduced and got a standing ovation for recognizing not only what they've done in the game, but what they just did at the Olympics.
You can even see it, and we've got to watch Mark Nichols, for example, fist bumping little kids in the crowd and wanting to do it.
today before
obviously
the
you
game.
can feel the energy, and it's just so great to see that interaction again. We've really missed that.
Okay, this side I think is better speed, boys.
Okay. Yeah.
So I think this is still 15, like
15 seconds.
yeah, 15-2 even.
All right, Brier champion from Edmonton 2013, gold medalist from Sochi 2014. That is Brad Jacobs, and one to come from him taking on Team BC.
Well, Brent Pierce again sat in the hack and faced a number, and that red stone that's frozen was his final stone. Made that shot as good as he could have, but it is still shot. But the real estate for Brad Jacobs, if he's going to score 2, is very small.
It's all there. It's there.
Mine's good.
You know, we told a story earlier in the week, but if you're just watching us for the first time, the alternate for Northern Ontario, Jordan Chandler, filled in wonderfully during the playdowns as Northern Ontario earning their Purple Heart because Mark Kennedy was at the Olympics as the alternate for Brad Gushue.
Mine's perfect. Go, make sure. Great shot, Cups. Great shot.
And the skipper right on the money.
Very nice.
So 2 on the board for Northern Ontario.
Yeah, good. Great brush.
Nice.
Spot, right?
Yeah.
Like, so if
Okay,
you
we like
freeze
this
and-
call.
They're thinking this. I like the call.
I don't hate this. Like, we've played this a lot. We should know it.
Okay, sure, let's make it.
It's hard for him to
Control
put it
weight.
in a better
We've seen
spot
it a
than
bunch.
he just did, right? Like
Normal?
Control weight.
So a very nice come around by Reed. The initial thought by Jason was to play a draw into this area, but the call from the hack is to play that angle. They know that it runs relatively straight out in the wings. They can control it and feel that getting rid of it is probably better with the score being what it is and without last rock than trying to play a precise corner freeze in which you're not going to be shot.
Hard, Matty. Harder one. Harder one.
Casey, tap it, bang it, red goes.
Okay, that a boy.
And shooter spills out the wings, and that stone
Yeah, no, I
partly tucked behind that corner.
Sure.
Just hard to put it in a better spot than he did, right? Like.
Yeah. Hard. Hard, Matty. Harder one. Harder one.
Great call.
Great shot.
Good call, Jay.
Nicely done. Even though it's not fully buried, you just heard someone say it would have been very tough to put it in a better spot than Reed had on his
Maybe a little
draw.
hard. A little hard.
Whoa.
Solid.
Whoa.
You're going to have to make
Curl.
this curl. I think curl, Colty.
Curl.
Straight. Hard.
Yep.
Right over. Ah, shoot. Okay.
Good throw, Reed. You just feel a little hard.
Yeah.
Good shot, Reed.
Yeah, that was a little hard
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah, probably close. Good throw, man.
Okay.
Back in the day, Reed Carruthers curled with Jason Gunnlaugson in Calgary, just north of here at the 2008 Canadian Mixed Curling Championship.
I remember Jason and Reed playing together when they were both very young, and Reed was the skip, very much as he is now, very calm, and Jason was like a little chihuahua. Why do I play this? Why do I play this? And I remember thinking Reed had just the perfect demeanor. When I heard he was going into education, I thought, what a terrific choice.
Yeah.
And longtime mixed doubles partner with Joanne Courtney, who's stepping away from the game and did a great job at the Olympics.
She did.
Broadcasting, now in the booth as a commentator.
Weight's good.
Good control.
Close.
Clean. Yep. Oh.
Hard.
Skip stones in 4, Jason Gunnlaugson.
Hard.
Good, Jay.
Oh, they lost that.
And now some corners to work with, 2 rocks to come for Mike McEwen.
Good throw, Jay.
Yeah, nice. Try.
And that's the case sometimes when you play so hard for the roll with the quieter weight that Jason was throwing. Losing it was not an option.
Okay.
Don't you think we need a hair more than Reed's?
Definitely than Matt's.
Yeah, like
I just missed it. Like you were on the nose, and like every other one, like it kind of stayed there. And maybe that was just like a couple feet, and you got that couple inches.
It seemed like that a little bit because your runner was definitely like solid.
You can.
Like, which makes sense. I mean, you're not gonna be light on that shot, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's what I got.
Wide at the end.
Well, he had some great draw weight in the second end.
Line's good.
Weight's good. Little hooked.
Okay, well then, line's good.
Little heavy. T-line right now.
Can wait.
Yep. T-line.
Wait.
Can't.
This has to curl. It's going to have to curl.
It's getting better.
Wait.
Can't ever touch
Wait.
this.
Down. Wait.
Looks like it's max for
Wait,
weight.
and it's Derek.
We're top 4.
Now.
Curl when you can.
Go.
Curl.
Whoa. Okay.
And again, another lovely draw
Sorry, just a little
from
too
Mike
sweet.
McEwen,
Just a touch.
who said he fell in love with curling, Kathy, watching the 1995 Worlds, Carrie Burtnick and Connie Laliberty, someone you know very well. So 2 absolute legends in Manitoba, wonderful players.
Well, we had the opportunity to play with Carrie in that World Championship in Brandon, where Mike was from, and so why not come out and watch?
Bow turn dig.
Love it.
And he grew up in Brandon and got to play in a Brandon Brier, and it's always a thrill to get to play in your hometown, and that's why Darren Moulding was feeling the love last night, taking on Team Canada. Had a lot of great fan support in the building. Who knew that New Brunswick would have more cheers than the Team Canada Alberta team? But it was a great atmosphere in here.
We don't have to be that perfect. No. Ice look good?
So throwing hack weight. On these shots, you have to just isolate the broom from anything else, because from Jason's view from the hack, the stone is overburied behind a guard.
Great.
You have to make sure that you don't point it and try to help it on its way.
Hard! Harder!
McEwen, all he's got, trying to hold the line, get it by that guard, and they will not. So again, much like we saw in the second end, the skipper's deuce, a chance to draw in for 2 and take the lead. Mike McEwen.
Need way more ice.
Need more ice. You threw that well.
I know, I liked it. It's like got about the right weight. And
Weight was good. I thought you gave it a good positive ad. So it's okay, give it a couple feet, and then before I said hard, it was already.
Yeah, it was already on the guard. I was like sweeping hard to not give him 3. Like.
Yeah.
So very much like the second end, where one great shot by Mike on his first led to 2. He has the opportunity to do that again.
That's a no touch.
Full 12.
Back 4.
It's Derek clean.
Should be fine. Okay. It's back
Derek
4.
clean.
It's back 4.
Slower
Okay,
side,
it's good,
bigger
it's
ad. Oh, that's curling.
Just back 4. Still
On
back
it.
4.
Yeah, this is
Has the backing if he needs it.
Let your back 4 to your hands. Close.
Yeah, no, I thought so too.
Little tap and 2 on the board. So the lead back to Team Manitoba. You're at MX Center. Welcome back to Southern Alberta, Sunday morning at the Brier, as the host province leads the way all time. 29 championships, Manitoba not far off with 27 all time. And it is our feature, McEwen, Manitoba, Gunnlaugson, Team Wildcard, and Mike McEwen. Pair of nice stones there in 4 to pick up a pair and lead 4-3. So here in 5, it is Gunnlaugson with hammer throwing the yellow rocks.
Well, the key shot that we showed you was in the second end when Mike made a very good draw. And the same thing happened in 4. If he's a little bit deeper, Jason's got an opportunity to freeze down on top of it.
T-line out of your hand.
But it was high enough, as was the guard, and so he lured Jason to chase after it, and that resulted in a 2. So great precision draws by Mike McEwen early in this game.
T-back 4.
Clean.
Connor McEwen won a silver medal at the Canadian Juniors out of Manitoba back in 2010.
Easy.
Back 8.
Close. Easy. Curl. Curl. Anything you can on the yellow. Trying to lock a little bit.
Nice, Connor.
Great shot, Connor.
Love to unlock it a little bit.
Sure.
It's kind of a T-ish weight.
Yeah, I'll throw top 4 and you guys sweep it. How's that for brooms? Okay, Raman?
That looks close, yeah.
Okay.
Well, no surprise, especially with those hits. Colton does a lot of things well, but known as a exceptional hitter.
Gotta go wait.
Playing third for Matt Dunstone back when they won the juniors.
Good. Hard.
Where are we?
Wait.
Weight's close. T back 4.
Yep.
Hard line. You gotta go.
Back 4.
Hard line, boys.
Hard. Stay on it.
Hard line.
Go, buddy.
Hard line.
That's a good shot.
Shot here.
Very nice. Real good.
Sweet.
We can even
All right, Kathy,
touch them ever
another
so
update
slightly.
here. Jamie Cooey, Northwest Territories, and Mike Fournier, Team Quebec, Felix Asselin throwing the fourth stones.
Well, Jamie Cooey came so close to making the double on his final stone and removing that other yellow stone that's at the back of the house that is currently shot. But he was not able to make contact with both of the stones, and so this is a draw for 2. Needs full 12, a bite of the 8.
Great to see Martin Cret back at another Brier. Jean-Francois Trepanier. And it will stop in time for Felix. By the way, that was Glenn Kennedy on the brush right there trying to sweep it past the tee line, and his brother Mark is right next door. They will go head-to-head on Tuesday morning.
Same shot. Just try to get to the inside and... Same shot?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. It's really good. Bury our 2 reds. I think so, Mike.
Okay. Like T?
Sure.
Think so.
Same weight, right?
Just
Yeah, I think same weight. Yeah.
Just wiggle this a tiny bit.
Sure.
Sit right here.
Okay.
You're just top 8, top 4.
Okay, so a little less. That's way more ice.
Yeah.
It's okay.
You're throwing less weight.
Okay.
You had back 4.
So looking to get to the crotch of the yellow and red, almost on the center line would be ideal.
Okay, it's close. You can go a bit. What do you think? Top 4.
Yep. Whoa.
Whoa.
Yep.
No, whoa.
T-line.
Whoa.
T.
Whoa, T. Whoa. Yep.
Close.
Whoa. Let it calve over a little bit. Curl. Whoa.
Shot. Nice shot.
Sweet.
That's pretty good.
Pretty good, I think. These
Yeah.
2 reds are a good spot for us.
We just got to
Pretty
try
good.
and control the front.
Yeah, it's pretty good. He peels the guard. We hammer, or maybe we hit that red that I just threw.
I think so.
It's not the bad setup. Got it.
And for Jason, because of that cluster right on the button, he is not content to leave things as they are. He's trying to find a way to score 2. And needs to make some granite fly, and the guard is in the way, so this is just the peel.
Atta boy, Matt. Good pair.
Yeah, I think I like the shape.
Well, you're hitting the red right now that I
Go
just
like
threw, I
this.
think. Yeah,
Yeah, we can do that.
that's what we're playing. And we'll have 4 on 3.
Yeah.
I think that's the shot.
Kathy, let's check in on BC and Northern Ontario.
And lots of pressure this morning by the Northern Ontario team.
Probably. Yeah, they're
Usually lying 2 or 3 when Brent Pierce goes to the hack, and that is no different than right now. Facing 3, needs 4 foot.
Just T-line, guys.
He has thrown a lot of draws this morning.
Gotta go. Can't hurt it, guys. Can't hurt it.
You don't have back in.
Okay, take a look.
Hear the voice of Jeff Richard in the house. Would love full 4.
Good job, guys.
And they'll do better than that. So a nice draw to get a single. Jacob's still in control over on sheet C. Back to our feature, Reed Carruthers will move some granite around top 4.
Just gentle on release.
Hey, Reed.
So when Mike says he's gentle on release, it means that he's not throwing his regular release that comes out that is a crisp throw. He's not pointing it anymore, but he's a little bit soft, and so that's why Reed's getting movement to his stone that Mike is not expecting.
He noses this, and you have the run.
Last name's good.
Your control weights have been perfect.
Is that enough?
I think it is, Matt.
Just control. Little light.
Hard then. Hard.
Gotta go, Matt.
Hard, Matty, go. Harder, Matty. Go, buddy. Everything you got.
Great
Shot
sweep.
case.
Great
That's
sweep.
good.
Great sweep.
Very good sweep.
It's fine, Case. It's good.
So the battle continues to control that
I think you need.
oh so important top of the house.
That's pretty good.
It's a great shot.
As long as I keep the yellow, I don't need to kill the red.
Great shot.
And the shot.
And if you over curl, this touch is not terrible. Yeah, we like that. Smooth.
Yeah.
Right on the nose.
I think so.
Really light.
I like that.
Okay, on the nose.
You need to make the Yellowstone at the top of the house go away. So this is just off nose, and you run it back. Run this stone back, pick that one out.
I think I can look at a hair. Yeah.
Yep.
Oh.
Really gotta go.
Yep,
Reed Carruthers here in 5.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Yes!
Hard. Gotta go.
Sorry, bud.
And they just lost it. It seemed to take off on them.
Okay. Oh.
I was thinking just freeze our yellow, but then he comes off the
Come on.
red, right? Yeah. And then this is fine, Jay.
It's just like right
Kathy,
now,
they're
there's
just
no
mornings
good way
like
to
that.
make
The
two
harder you
yellows
try,
go.
it just
As soon as
seems
we
to
go
not
here,
go your
we're
way.
in,
Or what are you
right?
thinking
I
here?
agree, yeah.
Well, I think they're struggling a little bit, both teams with the ice, and knowing where the broom goes. If they sweep Reeds all the way, he catches that backstone. We saw the same thing with Adam Casey last end, where they got off Jason's and it over curled and rolled out. So just a little bit of not confidence, I think, this morning in where the broom goes and what the rocks will do. They're not jumping weird. They're not hanging out weird. And so sometimes what happens is that starts to get in your head and it gets into your hand. And so you throw it a little bit soft because you think it might be too much ice, or you put it back a little bit. And that's what's happening to both teams on the sheet.
Hard line.
Pink line's good.
Oh, real close. Gotta go.
Hard line.
Wait's good.
You're really gonna go, Coach.
Wait's good.
Okay, we're good.
Line only,
Good line.
Jay.
Good line. Good line.
Line only, Jay.
Stay down. Stay down. Stay down.
perfect.
Little bit. Little bit. Little bit. Little bit.
Attaboy,
Hard.
good
Hard.
sweep.
Great shots, Case.
Great
Nice
shot,
weight
Casey.
there from Adam Casey. So obviously, Kathy, he's the import, lives in Charlottetown. Remember how crazy it was for this team last year because of the bubble, restrictions, COVID? They didn't really see Adam at all for months. And then basically he showed up at the Brier in the bubble
Wow,
and,
like-
reintroduce yourself. Hi, I'm Adam Casey. I'm in PEI. But that was the situation for a lot of the teams during that COVID run last year.
Yeah.
Like it's this, or I'm coming off here.
That's kind of what I see.
I would rather play the come off than the freeze.
As long as you squirt that yellow far enough that our top one's out counting it, right?
Yeah. Yeah, it just needs to get to here.
Yeah.
Like, you can make the double.
I like that shot.
It's that, or I'm trying to draw right there. Okay. Yeah. Thick half.
Yeah. Yep.
And even
I could
though
throw the in at it.
this stone is going to jam on this one, the key is just to move this yellow stone enough out of the way that this stone outcounts it. There's just too many yellow stones that are starting to build up, and they can't make a play at the one in the middle. So this is a thick double. And again, it's not that the yellow stone has to go out. It just has to move enough sideways that the red stone at the top is out counting it.
Like we're almost always playing that phrase.
Now the draws is what has scored deuces in both 2 and 4.
Hard, Derek, hard.
Mike McEwen, his first here in 5. Big weight. And clips the yellow, but spills underneath. Can't make the double.
Sorry, bad throw.
It's a non-confident throw, and that has to do with the broom.
Sorry, bad throw.
Bud. Okay. Oof, we're in big trouble now.
Just freeze it, don't move it. Like, we don't want to move it, right?
Sorry. We got thoughts?
No, I'm just
We'd love
talking.
to, if we get the line, we'd love to move it 1 inch just so we're shot.
Okay.
Like,
Yeah. Okay. So you do like prefer to move it a hair.
but only if we're low.
Okay.
Like we cannot move it and be high. That just gives them the triple.
So hearing that comment, it sounds like it is Manitoba shot stone right now.
Well, right now it is definitely Manitoba 1, and so what they've talked about is playing the freeze, but they want to tap it that inch so that for sure they're shot. The key is to be on this side. If you are, in fact, on this side, you've queued up the triple, and you've lost the end.
You got it.
And they have to make sure they're shot. You can't just sit on top of it, because if there's any kind of a guard or another stone on top, you wind up losing the potential that is currently building for Jason.
Kathy, I hope Russ is watching. That is good telestration right there. You are on your A game this morning, young lady.
Yeah.
Very well done.
Really heavy.
Me and the Etch-a-Skets do battle at times.
Back 4.
Line's close. Back 4. How much?
Whoa.
Weight's good.
Easy.
Back 4. Way too much.
Weight's good.
No, weight's good.
Back button.
No.
Back button.
Do you want to move it? No.
No.
We just got to get low. Go ahead,
Go.
Maddie.
Move it 1 inch.
And you said they want to get on that side. My goodness, exactly what they drew up, is it not?
It is.
So shot stone, team wild card, and the angle's what they were looking for.
We could draw right here. This is a force, is it not?
That's very well managed stone. Great communication on the weight
If you throw a rocket, does this ever...
and the finish at the end to make it curl.
It's a 2.
I love that all day.
Or just put it right here.
Yeah, we're good with giving him 2.
It's not
If we're good with giving him 2,
I
then
think that's
the
the
shot.
shot. It's not a picnic.
If you want to force him, it's put it here.
It's not a picnic.
It's tough though, because you could leave that. Like you go here, you actually could leave him.
You can just hammer the L's and give him 2.
Okay, well, especially if I
If
overcut
this
it.
draw,
Yeah.
Okay.
So what is it we got to hit then?
You want to hit it hard half a stone, right? Third.
Third-ish?
Third, you want to hit it like right here.
Yeah.
I gotta throw it pretty hard though.
Yeah.
They talked about doing 2 different things. Their
So I gotta get
initial
this,
thought
So on the edge for
was
third?
to play down to here and say to Jason that you can have 2. Now they're electing to play this run and hit it really hard. A third on the
I
outside.
gotta throw this pretty hard.
It will
Do I
come
not?
off this.
It's gotta be pretty hard.
I think the concern is the draw is just so precise. If you hang out, Jason's going to have a tap for 4. They're trying to minimize how many they're going to give.
Yeah, that's been his money shot so far. His draw weight, Mike McEwen, he's been brilliant.
Huge shot.
Huge shot, big weight. Final stone in 5, Mike McEwen.
Hard! Yep, gotta go.
Can he make those yellows go? 1, 2, straight sideways.
had to hit it thinner.
Oh. Yeah.
Hit for 3.
Had to hit it any thinner, it's good.
I know.
It's close.
Well, they talked about needing to get to a third of the stone to make them go away. The chunk that he hits is closer to half, so it catches it thicker, and the stone on the tee line doesn't go far enough.
Our angles are horrendous. Right?
Just curled a little too much. And
did.
again, another opportunity for Gunnlaugson to crack a 3 spot.
You got it, Jay.
We tapped it too much. Because we just want a top 8. Just move it an inch.
Soft control.
Lean good.
Lean it.
He scored 3 in the third end.
Yeah.
You can go.
Another chance for 3 here in 5. Final stone, Jason Gunnlaugson.
It's real good.
Good shot, Jay.
Great sweep.
Attaboy, Jay.
Away it goes. 1, 2, 3 for Team Wildcard, Jason Gunnlaugson. Back and forth game as Wildcard up by 2. Opening weekend of the Tim Hortons Brier in Lethbridge, and we're expecting a lot of AGI top shots all week long. So Brad with Hammer here, up by 1. He's lying 2, but still the key here to open it up though, Russ.
I guess what they can never get, they're not happy with the Reds out front, because that's what Jason's all about here. He's going extremely hard to try to get a steal or at least a force here.
Whoa! Ryan!
Mark Kennedy. 1, 2, and 3 disappear. What a shot from the third from Northern Ontario.
Just fantastic. Dead on with speed, and it's a guaranteed 2.
In control the entire game. Here in 5, final stone, Brad Gushue. Red spill, and look at that. 3 more on the board. Gushue cruising in game number 1. Vote for your favorite AGI Top Shot every day at Curling Canada on Instagram. Top Shots is brought to you by AGI, storage and handling equipment for agriculture. Awesome morning here on this Sunday. Yeah, give me a burrito. It's breakfast time. Let me get at this thing. I'm not sharing. That's good. Yeah, not bad. All right. No, you're not getting it back, bum. I'm sorry. All right, Kathy, after 5, what have you seen?
Well, the 2 threes that pop out on the board, the first one really because Manitoba struggled in their last 4 to make a full shot, and that freeze by Jason that just tapped it enough in that last end wound up generating another 3. Even if Mike makes it perfect, it's 2. It is a very even split by the thirds, but both of them 20% below what they played yesterday. That's not typical.
6 points and 2 ends for Gunnlaugson. Obviously a massive difference after 5. In the meantime, hey, you get a selfie? You get a selfie? How's my forehead? How's this looking?
Mom's never going to forget
Mom,
that.
Stop it. I'm trending. We're on Instagram here. Give me the burrito back. There is a lot of action to keep track of here at the Tim Hortons Brier.
It's a great burrito, clearly. burrito to the booth.
The Tim Hortons Brier is brought to you by Tim Hortons, the official coffee of Curling Canada, by BKT Tires and OK Tire, by Home Hardware, Here's How, and by Sponge Towels, made for real-life messes.
Your skip needs to play good, so hopefully I can do that, but we've really put in some work and I think we're looking good. Obviously the field at the Brier, it's kind of the ultimate challenge and I think we're up for it.
He is arguably the best ever. They're a great team. He's super fun to play against, and then obviously if you could ever pull off a win against him, that you feel you've done something special, and what he's done over the past 10 years has been unbelievable, and he's going to be a tough one to beat.
They really are 2 of the greatest of all time. Rematch of that 2010 Brier final. You remember Kevin Cooey won that one, his first of 4, as Cooey looks to improve to 3-0. Glenn Howard looking for win number 1, and you can join us at 3:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Draw 5 will focus on Pool A, and Kathy, it's incredible. Howard, 11 Brier final appearances. Cooey with 7. Just 2 absolute icons of the game.
Well, you see Glenn is 0-2, but he could be 2-0 so easily. Coming down to last rock in both of his games. He had an unfortunate pick against Matt Dunstone last night, rallied back, and then Matt had the last rock when it mattered in 10. But some very, very close games, and we expect that at this field with how deep it is.
Incredible. In that game, too, you have Ben Hebert, you have Glenn Howard, you have Kevin Cooey, all with 4 wins. 4 Brier championships. Of course, Cooey has a chance to set a record to win his 5 as a skip, number 5. 36 all-time, remember. No skip has ever won 5, so what an opportunity for Kevin Cooey this time around in his home province.
15 sounds good speed.
15 okay, sounds
right.
Well, it would have been really an interesting discussion for this Manitoba team with Rob Meekin at the break, because this is not about a team that is missing draws. It's about where the broom goes and just the distrust with where it is and if it's in the right spot. And so it's impacting how they're throwing the rock. These are great rock throwers. They're just that little bit off so far.
Okay. It's good speed now.
So Mark Kennedy assessing the situation in the house as we get an update now. Northern Ontario Jacobs, Team BC Pierce.
Well, you can see that it is 2 stones already belonging to Northern Ontario that are shot, trying to play the angle thin enough to move that red stone out. Could be for 6.
To it. Easy. Hair short of it. Yeah, weight's good. Weight's real good.
Line's always wide.
So what an opportunity. Brad Jacobs gunning for his 2nd Brier title. Final stone in 5. Big weight. And move that red sideways. What a shot.
Oh, that was easy.
I think it's 3, Jeff.
3, I would say.
3 for sure. But what a weapon with that weight to crack it open, move it straight sideways. They come in looking so loose and confident. Brad Jacobs, that's right. Get the fans going here at Impact Center. I love it.
Do you know how good that was?
8-3, so Jacobs cruising over on sheet C.
Okay, just feather the guard with kind of heavy draw.
And if I go past it, it's okay?
Yeah, you're going to move something.
Okay.
Should help.
Sure.
Okay.
Back 8? Yeah. Same weight.
Well, if you get through that hole, you're going to move one of the yellows. If you just get by the top one, you're going to move the one that is shot. And even if he moves that top one out of the way that's in the 8-foot, it's still going to help.
Back line.
7th Brier appearance for Derek Samagalski.
Whoa.
Played 2 Briers with Weed Carruthers skipping and won a bronze medal with Rob Fowler back in 2012 in Saskatoon.
Yes! Hard! Get under that.
Hard.
Sorry, guys. Okay. That hit a little thinner.
Okay.
It's a good shot.
Good throw.
Good. Good shot, bud. It's a little thinner.
Yeah, good throw, Derek.
Like the double? Nose?
I think so. He just rolled it this way.
Like just high, yeah.
Roll it on top of the other one.
We can roll all the way over here, too.
Okay, I think you just want a little roll.
What turn you seeing?
In.
Yeah.
You see the in
Are you guys on the same
I
page
think
here with the
ideal is
roll?
rolling split center, but bigger's fine.
Split center, okay.
I like this.
Okay.
No, that's a really good comment by Matt Wozniak. That's years of experience saying, are you guys on the same page with the roll, so that Adam's not calling for one thing, Jason's calling for another. The sweepers don't know what to do.
Heavy.
Solid. Easy.
Go ahead, Connor.
Curl.
Hard, buddy, you got it. Keep going. Hard.
Curl.
Hard.
One or the other, Jake.
Negevin, the carve,
Hard roll.
the hit, the roll,
That's good.
and the shooter top 12.
I did, yeah. Yeah. Thanks.
Nice shot.
Just felt grabby at the end, so I just popped it.
Oh, yeah, no, that's... Yeah, I
Good
saw
sweep.
it.
Yeah.
Looked like he was hitting, like, torquing the nail with hand, yeah.
What is that, Kathy? Is that just a feel thing? You're worried maybe something underneath the stone?
Sure, you come out and, normally there's...
You can throw either turn.
With the friction, you don't feel anything under your stone, but sometimes you feel like there's a bit. And so in order to get rid of it, what Adam's saying is that he popped it. He wanted to make sure that in that extension it got away, but as a result, it also stayed out a little bit longer.
Yep. Whoa. 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 Come up a little. Just a little.
Oh, kiss yellow, straight sideways.
Shot, Ram.
These stones in the house so lively, Kathy. We've seen it a number of times. Even the Brad Jacobs shot, you heard him say that was easy. In the sense of like how you could move those stones straight sideways across the house.
There is a lot of movement from these stones. There's so much pop. Saying that stone coming forward after it makes contact with both yellows.
Don't know how much better you could have done.
Yeah.
Good shot, bud.
Just taking a few ends off. I need one.
Yep. Control with the out.
Yeah, that's what I see.
This should come up.
Curl a little, right?
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
That was heavy once I jabbed it, right?
Yeah. Weight's good.
Yeah, control.
Clean.
Easy.
Close.
Easy.
Hard.
It's going, yep.
So
Whoa,
hitting
whoa,
and trying to
whoa.
roll just
Whoa.
a little bit to the left.
Curl.
Clean.
Curl.
Hard, Matty.
Hard, Matty. Hard, Matty. Hard, Matty.
Hard.
Oh, no.
Sit.
That's okay.
That's fine. Good.
No problem
Okay,
with
good shot.
Good shot. Good.
Fine.
Good shot.
Good.
Try to hit and punch it over.
Punch her right over a bit.
Yeah, I think you want to kick our red a bit. What
so-
Matt just called. pretty good shot.
Looks like an easy half stone.
Probably try to hit about a half.
Well, you play the hit on this stone. The key is to move this stone. You want to keep it around as a counter, but if you open that up, now you've got access to play and get rid of that shot stone. So it's removing a yellow, but the key is moving that red
So easy.
to the wings.
Not sure, bud.
Easy.
Little
solid.
Reed Carruthers in 6.
Close.
Yep.
Yep.
Whoa.
Oh.
Yep.
Let's
go. Yeah.
Yes, hard.
Yeah.
Hard.
Hard, Derek. Hard, Derek.
Hold the line. Yellow, little tap on the red.
Pretty good shot.
That's not bad.
Didn't move it as far as they
Probably
wanted.
touch it a little more.
I think.
Really?
Isn't it? I don't think so.
No, I don't think so.
It's not bad, bud.
And Kathy, those are the shots, though, that there was the struggle in the first 5 you feel for Team Manitoba.
I think for both teams, there lots of half shots,
Play a
and
few of these.
Manitoba, it costs them much
There's
more.
a shot like just inside. Control and like just roll in an inch.
Okay, sounds good. Throwing the in here, obviously.
Intern, yeah.
Weight's been perfect on your controls.
Yeah.
You got it, bud.
Well, Jason is such an analytics guy. Being up 2, he will be charting out exactly what he's prepared to give and not give so that he is hammer when he wants it. And that really does lead to all the decision making that he makes.
Hard. Hard. Easy.
Easy.
Curl.
No.
Curl. Roll. Curl.
Just by their yellow,
Nice.
and they'll bang it on the
There was
nose.
not a lot of room there. Sorry.
No, there's
I started
not.
seeing the
He did
corner.
not go by that guard by anything.
I think so. Still.
Great shot. I was like, I got a perfect vantage. I was like, I can see we're by it.
Yeah, it's like
Here? Like it's kind of like I'm just making this roll. This comes down onto this, right? My shooter hopefully outcounts this.
If you made the nose and sent our red to the corner, we'll have a double, right? So we're here. Let's say we're
Yeah,
here.
I mean he'll probably
So
have a double.
He has a double,
He'll have a short
but
double. I think this is the best shot. Like if I just have to.
is there ever, does this go though then if you play that though? Like, it probably does.
No, if I play the right weight. Like I think you want to hit this to make the roll. Like bumper. This
Okay.
is probably not going far though.
Okay.
Reed was talking about playing that.
What do you see, Colty?
I could just play it quiet and just try to chip this
You're
too.
just thinking about nose tapping it, right?
Yeah, no, that's what I was just thinking now.
Yeah.
I could just nose tap it.
I think he wants us to play that though, and he's going bomb up the
Oh,
gut.
he's gonna check it.
I was trying to think like if I could throw bumper and just shave it, it's coming back
Yeah.
here.
It's gonna spin off though, right?
Maybe I need less weight, like a hack. Like I'm just trying to.
Almost like chisel and kind of roll it frozen.
But I'm
and
trying to
roll
get
the
my shooter.
Yeah.
To
What's our
somewhere
easiest
here.
shot to make him have to make a double?
That hack waiter kind of looks nice.
Yeah.
To me.
I think the tap's probably the better option.
Okay. Did you? What do you
just
think?
unlock the back one and leave it frozen on top.
What did you think of just
And if it-
nosing?
The thing is, like, to get this to come to here.
You gotta miss that one, yeah.
I'm liking the hack.
Okay, let's play that then.
Hack waiter.
Because even if it hangs a bit, then you can still do that other shot, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so hack waiter, you're playing it onto the 5 or off the 1?
I think you try to just shave.
Yeah.
Get my shooter
Okay.
to here.
Okay.
It's like a half rocker with half.
Well, 3 very different shots by 3 different people. Reed likes this, where you play that back. What Colton was suggesting is that you play the tap with not much weight so that it scooches out there, but it stays around. But what Mike likes the most is you get this on the inside.
Try hit about half.
You tap that
Like, I'm
stone, your
basically just
shooter is going to wind up in this area over here, and now you've got 3 reds circling one yellow because that yellow is going to be moved out a little bit. What I really liked is as soon as Mike said for about the third time, I really like the hack waiter, they all immediately went to, yes, because you've got options with this. So that's really important to offer ideas, but know when to stop and to put nothing but confidence in the last rock thrower's head.
Weight's good.
Clean.
Little down.
Mike McEwen, his
Hill
first here
down.
in 6.
Yep.
Yes.
Hard, really got to go, Colty. Hard, bud. Hard.
Colton Lott, all he's got on the brush, trying to hold the angle.
Okay. I don't know if that's good or bad.
Like over curled for what he wanted to do.
Good try, man. You're ready.
Oh, I had to hit it a lot thinner.
Yeah.
I hit like 2/3 almost. Okay. Shoot.
Millimeter high?
Yeah.
How much weight?
Control, I think we know it.
Yep.
Or you like a little more?
I was thinking firm at first, just make the double and giving him one back, but you're right. Control's
Just
good.
think we don't know anything else, eh? A little bit?
Other than the zippers that everybody's been playing.
Yeah, we haven't even played that much.
eh?
It's like
Anything high is good.
yeah. Well, yeah, I think it is, eh? Because even if we hit it out, that doubles. It's just gonna be no double.
gonna
Like,
have
I like
no
control.
Yeah, okay.
We know it, and that's the best result.
Right here?
Just a touch more ice.
So hit it just a little bit on the high side.
Hit it like just
Make
high
two
with
go
control,
away.
which we know.
Same shot.
Yeah,
Same weight?
that's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
Same weight, same shot.
You just touch the back, it's great.
It's great, but even if you don't, it's still good.
Okay.
Take your time, bud. You got it.
Yeah. And that was the biggest challenge for Mike on the outcome after he threw the last one, is that he unlocked the red-yellow combination. So Jason has a free pass at the shot stone.
Little heavier. Close. Little heavier.
Close. Close.
Oh.
Curl.
Jason Gunnlaugson.
Gotta go Connor, hard Connor. Great shot, Jay.
1-2, spills the Reds.
Attaboy, Skipper.
Really good, Jay.
Yeah, it might be a deuce still, but
Is the triple there for 2 as Mike McEwen is
it's like a
lining
deuce, but
things
all the
up.
misses are steals.
Yeah.
Connor, gotta go Connor, hard Connor. Great shot, Jay.
And they really need to make sure that one gets out.
He did great.
Boy.
Like firm or smooth? It's you just gotta hit the right spot.
Smooth. Smooth. It's just like 7/8 low,
Yeah.
if that.
So you gotta get
in turn,
just.
smooth.
Well, you're not going that
I think
way.
it's there.
You got to hit it just on the low side so that this goes there, and this one here is going to spin into that area to remove it. It's worth a shot for sure.
Those are running.
No, after them all.
It's there, but you have to be able to hit it at the right spot, and that has been the challenge, is just the confidence of where to put the broom to get to the right spot of the rock. Chance for 2.
You've heard their conversations, Kathy, just wrong side of the inch at times this morning. Can they get it right here?
7/8 low for the triple.
Final stone, 6th end, Mike McEwen. Can he make him disappear 1? And he'll drive it straight back, and another disappointing result. As Jason Gunnlaugson, a stolen point again, as he's in control here in Lethbridge. Welcome back to our Brier coverage on this Sunday morning. A couple threes for Gunnlaugson, team wildcard, then that stolen point and 6. So a 7-4 advantage over Mike McEwen, team Manitoba. They've just been on the wrong side of the inch, Kathy. It's just been one of those mornings for team Manitoba.
It has been. And we've heard it for any number of things. I think that there's a number of things that are all small, but they all add up. It's the weights early, it was release early, it was broom placement early, and the shots that they're being expected to play or make are very precise. So a little bit off, and the points are mounting on the board. Those 2 threes leap out at you. I'll bet if you go into the stats against Mike McEwen, this is not a team that regularly gives up threes.
Weight's good.
Right now.
No, weight's good. Weight's good.
It's to your broom.
Weight's good. You might have to go a bit.
I think you're here.
Weight's good. You can probably go a bit. Nice shot, Cole.
Good.
Good pair, bud.
Both these teams not in action until tomorrow afternoon. Gunnlaugson will take on Nova Scotia, and Manitoba will take on Nunavut.
Real good here, bud.
Yeah, this is full pop, eh? Halfway.
Halfway tight.
A little deeper than
Little
I'd
deep.
like.
Okay, where are we?
Little deep.
2/3.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Trying. Whoa. It's a little
Middle
too.
of the Tims.
Casey's rock when we sweep it.
My apologies, Kathy. Actually,
just
Team
jabbered.
Wildcard Gunnlaugson is in action tonight. They'll take on Team Quebec, so they are back on the ice after a break this afternoon.
Oh, it's good. Good, good. Nice shot. Shot was. Good call, Jay. Attaboy.
And for Jason and his team, it is
Love the end.
a nice lead, but it is still early in this game, and so have to continue to protect their shot stone and make the shots as difficult as they can for Team Manitoba.
That should be heavy.
I got a little hot. Should be heavy.
Wolf, we can.
How much?
G back 4. Back
Yep.
4. Whoa,
Yep.
whoa, 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 whoa. Almost back 8.
Yep.
That
We're
much?
going around it.
Yep, going around.
Yep.
Yep.
Don't go.
Wolf, we're by.
Whoa, guys.
Whoa.
Yep.
It's all
Yep.
there. All
Yep.
there.
Whoa.
And just that kiss of that yellow stone, it will
Sorry, I had to
settle.
make
Back 8.
I had to make a decision. As soon as you said back 4, I was like, okay.
Fight the back 8.
We don't freeze the yellow?
I think you
We
do.
could, but it's kind of awkward.
Okay.
Why?
Like this way's tough, and this way often doesn't get low enough, right?
You're just saying you can't get enough.
Okay, sure,
Oh,
I
yeah,
like it.
I think we can make this. This is the best shot.
Fight the 8 foot.
I think this is for sure the best shot. You don't need to go to the back because you've wasted a stone. Mike McEwen's trying to play the corner freeze. If you don't come on top and take it away, you're giving him 2 chances to make that shot.
Okay, heavy down, heavy light.
Top 12, eh?
Go ahead then.
12.
Line's
Just
close.
short.
Hard line.
We're light, Jay. Wait.
Hard line then.
Maybe
Where are we,
biting.
Casey?
Go. Line's good.
Hard line.
Come on, go.
Hard line.
Top 8. Top,
No,
biting.
it's not
No,
in,
we're
it's
short,
not in,
we're
it's
short.
not in,
It's not in.
Way short.
Whoa.
We're still way short.
Just hook it in there. That's
yeah,
good.
I
That's
think
good.
Whoa, whoa. That's okay.
That's
all
good shot.
pretty now.
That's good shot. Fine, Matt.
Do I ever play the intern freeze?
Well, we can always access that
Okay,
one
yeah,
right
you're
now,
right.
too.
Okay, so I can throw literally 10 feet less?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, 10 feet less.
Update time again here, Kathy.
No,
it is
never
Northern
get this
Ontario Brad Jacobs and Brent Pierce out of British Columbia, the Brier champion from 2000, making his first appearance back at the big show since 2009 in Calgary.
Well, on his final stone, Brad Jacobs threw a guard to try to take away this hole for Brent Pierce to get through, but it didn't quite finish enough. There is hardly any room, but he's going to try to find it. Oh, I think he's actually going to run that guard straight back that Brad just threw.
Nice throw. 2.
And that'll clip the yellow, so Jacobs, yeah, he's cruising. Steal of 2, and now 10 on the board for the team from the Sioux.
Well, I think we should ask him if we can. I mean, you guys are really.
Yeah, I think so.
Got T-line?
Okay.
Weight's good.
Line's good. I think you're there.
Line's
Room.
close.
Room right now.
Okay, line's close.
Back 8.
Room.
Back 4.
Stay with me.
Room.
Back 4.
Line's pretty good.
Still room.
Hard line.
Line's good.
To it.
Hard
Back
line.
4.
Wait, sir.
Room.
Wait, sir.
Oh.
Matt.
Me?
Back
Back
line.
room, Matty.
Go, Matt. Go. Go, 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 go. Go, 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 go. Hard, buddy. Go, go, go,
Look
go.
at that finish. Look at the curl.
Real
Back
nice,
button.
eh?
Team Wildcard lies 2 here in 7.
Good job, boy. Thought we were there and came down in the end.
What a great shot.
Hard
Back
line.
4.
Wait,
Great
sir.
weight, great brushing.
Me?
Back
Room,
line.
Matty.
And now the
Go, Matt.
finish.
Go. Go, 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 go. Go, 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 go.
Kathy, he was one of your keys off the top of the broadcast, Adam Casey, and he's delivered thus far.
I got a quarter. Can I play an intern tap?
Try to get as close.
It's not bad.
I was wondering about hitting what you can see.
Oh, I don't like that. Then he wraps one in there and it's...
Want to look at it quick?
Pick a timeout. Take a timeout. Timeout!
So Manitoba, their first timeout, and the coach is Rob McEwen.
Like we have no options in the middle. We either got to send something in from the side now or we play this thin pick. I mean, no matter what we call, we need contact.
Yeah.
I don't see tapping being... Like, it's hard to make this angle work for us.
Yeah.
Right? We can't change
from
this
down
angle.
here it doesn't look great. Yeah.
I mean, the only draw shot I see is if you could put it here, which gives us
Lines
this.
that up, yeah.
Then he freezes with the intern.
Yeah, and then we're not.
Then you'll always have this, but
like you've got what you need here.
I don't think I can play it. From
Got
down
what
here,
you need.
That looks real tough.
Okay.
This?
Like the tap, yeah.
That's what I saw.
Like you don't even need to hit what you see. You're hitting here.
To make the double?
I mean, I'd love if you could send it up here.
Please.
You're hitting like...
Just hooking another one in.
I don't mind that or this.
Or you just play this now.
I don't mind this.
If we play this and make it, we are
it's
line
really good.
Two buried on the four, or you know what I mean?
Okay.
We have.
I don't mind this. I don't mind this, gents.
Okay, let's give it a go.
Even if we don't get the double, but you just stuff it.
Absolutely.
Oh yeah, it's great.
Yeah. You're probably playing the stuff anyways.
Yeah.
If you're gonna play it, might as
so
well
just throw a comfortable
weight
weight
for
accuracy.
chances maybe later to.
I think it's still smooth.
Smooth?
So the challenge is just very little you can see from the hack. So this is their hope
You're basically
that they can run it in and maybe make the double. Even if they nut it and jam, they're going to have some other options. From the hack, you heard Reed say he could see a quarter. It's a thin quarter. And so if you play a hit, it's so easy to airball on the outside, and now you've left nothing for yourself on your final stone. So even if Reed can run this into the yellows and both don't go away, you may create a situation that's much better for yourself. It's the highest percentage shot to have an outcome that works in your favor.
Reed Carruthers settles in, trying the in-turn run back. Making a play on those yellow stones in the house.
Yeah! Really gotta go! I don't think we're in anything.
And he'll drive it by, and it's just been that kind of morning for Manitoba.
Oh boy. I got him, Jay. I got him.
Guard.
We'll get you updated across the sheets of ice. Gushu up 8-0 on Nunavut. And there you see Quebec. A 1-point advantage with Hammer in 7. And Northern Ontario, you saw that recent update. It's all Brad Jacobs leading by 7.
Make a good shot with this one. It is. Like he can. It's hard to get two. Like
it's not an easy freeze. Like
I just don't know why we play such a hard shot.
Yeah.
Jason taking a timeout. This could be game ball, I think he knows.
Well, I guess he's got no shot on his second one if he nuts it on his first.
Nuts it on the deep one, then he has no way of getting a rock out.
Yeah. So it's never this never does anything more for us.
Like really, like this does something more for us.
But obviously this is silly, right? Like hitting this and rolling.
No, it's not.
I thought about it, but I think he has.
It's not silly.
It's never that good though, because even if he makes it,
he's leaving it.
I don't think he can, but he can come awfully close to getting them both.
Yeah, like if we guard and he nuts one, are we worried about that? Or are we okay with
we're
that?
We're not in love with it.
Yeah, so then.
I like the hit and roll shot.
Yeah. The hit and roll, and if we check this like 2 inches.
If you touch it, that'd be perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think we can play the control weight we've been playing all day long.
Take on the
nose. We don't want to move this too much.
So that's why we play control.
Yeah, okay.
Because like it's hard to even.
It's hard to move it too much without my shooter coming back. Like, it's probably more the concern is that I poke
touch that with control.
Yeah, the worst thing is we roll it like there, but I don't think we do that with control.
Like too hard.
Yeah.
Like we go here, he comes in off, we're still shot buried.
So is this like that? So we're going the.
We're gonna go out turn
when we play like
take
the nose and.
You guys have been throwing.
I'm gonna give you like middle, which is what I played.
Middle, exactly.
It should be perfect.
I think it was Wozniak that said, is it wrong to or silly to hit the corner guard? Right now, That's the rock that is the best option for McEwen to run in. So by taking it away, even if he happens to nose, worst case scenario, you don't do anything, but you nose it. Now it's your own stone that McEwen would have to run in. So this is about getting rid of the stone that is the best for your opponent to use.
Weight's good.
Yeah.
Not heavy.
Easy.
Weight's great.
Post. Hard. Whoa.
Yep.
Hard.
On, then off for Adam Casey.
Whoa. Curl.
Let's get it in there a little bit. Nice shot.
Little flip inside.
Great
Real
shot.
good.
Very nice.
I think you just got to make it.
Okay.
I don't see anything else.
Nope. Posture, bro. You got it.
Reed said he could see a quarter.
They need one. A must make here in 7. Reed Carruthers.
Yep. Hard.
Hard, really got to go.
Hard.
Hard, Derek.
Derek Samagalski on the scrub.
Okay, bud.
Okay, Reed.
There runs.
Dead.
Half amazing.
Like right beside our yellows, dead perfect. Yeah. Okay, we'll have a speed for you.
What do you see? Like, you can just little get bit past slow. it.
Kathy, one of those
Like,
games like he won 3 Scotties titles, obviously some losses along the way as well, when it's just not going. Like, how hard are those games to keep fighting?
It's tough because every time that you get
Earlier
opportunities,
doubles
you're just not able to take
I
advantage.
feel like I'm on close line, but just not getting it there. Okay.
And
No,
there's
it's fine.
Okay.
complete.
Just the release is not what we normally do.
Okay.
We're just a little too
Playing
gentle.
so cute with it, eh?
Yeah, we're being a bit too cute.
And there's the understanding and Reed feeling that when he's letting it go, he's not getting the results. And you can see as a thrower, when you let go, you see where the broom is and where your rock is, and you know right away if you're right up or not. And there's the explanation. He's just throwing it a little bit soft today, so everything curling more than he expects.
Meantime, Kathy, good battle back here. Mike Fournier is the skip, and the 4 stones from Felix Asselin.
Now that red stone belongs to Jamie Cooey. That is the shot stone. I think trying to throw just quiet back 12 weight, tap his own yellow onto the red to move it.
That's getting better. Nice flush.
No. No, it's on yellow.
Whoa.
I think we're still good.
It's fine. It's fine.
We're still good. We're still good. We're still good.
A shot.
Good shot.
Good for 1.
Little tap, single on the board. So Team Quebec, Fournier up by 2 after 7. And you saw in our feature, guard thrown, and Mike McEwen down by 3. 2 stones for him here in 7.
Well, the only thing he's got is the stone that was just thrown. And because that didn't tuck a little bit like they had hoped it would, it is open. So trying to play the run back double, but he's using his opponent's stone to do it.
Whoa. Yep.
Critical shot here in 7. Mike McEwen.
Yes.
Sit.
He'll drive it back. Where does that red Manitoba stone go? And spins a little bit too far.
There, finally. Threw one like I'm used to.
Well, and that's good. You know, you need to take what you can out of a game. And even if this doesn't go the right way, Mike feels like he actually finally threw a really good stone today, and that's so key.
Full top 4, I think. Biting top 4. Like we don't really want to freeze it perfectly, but like if he, whatever. Yeah,
Center line top 4.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's good TV. Jason.
Okay, what was the number there? I didn't hear
He
that.
threw a 4-0 right on the nose.
What did we ask?
Yeah, so I think it's almost 75, like you've been doing.
Yeah.
It's perfect.
Yeah. I gave you a pretty good
Yeah,
good
you gave us a
ad.
good
Like
ad.
I think
But
it's
it
more
carried
like,
a lot further than
yeah.
we
I think it's like 70.
I think ideally he'd like to be top 4 foot. For Mike, he'd have to swoop way outside and hope that it finished. I think what he meant by the whatever is that if you freeze it, you are still leaving a piece of the button. If you're showing a little bit in your top 4, it's much more difficult to score.
Top 4. Okay. Connor. It's heavy. Okay, go back then.
Easy.
Where do we want it? Don't leave it. I don't know what to do with this. Go back, go back, go back, go back. Hard mat, hard mat, hard mat. Hard mat. Go, 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 go. Yeah, get a bounce off, get a bounce off. Go, 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 go.
Oh, Jesus.
Well, that's a little bit of a lack of focus. Anywhere short, even if he throws a guard, Mike isn't tough.
I thought you threw it good.
I just am a little bit heavy, obviously, like because we don't want it. Like,
Get out of jail ticket right there for Mike McEwen. With that broom, this is the blank, obviously, Kathy, right? Make them both goal, roll out.
Trying to create an opportunity to score 2 and get yourself back in this game.
Did not see the blank coming in this
Yep.
end, but final stone. Bang, everything goes, and a plank on the board. So Gunnlaugson, a little gift to Mike McEwen, who has hammer and trails by 3. Welcome back to Lethbridge. There's a look at the 5th for Team Manitoba. Kyle Deering, who is here, and Colin Hodgson, we wish all the best to him getting back and healthy and back to the game. But we've got an outstanding flashback in the Wayback Machine, Kathy. Let's go. 2011 Canada Winter Games held in Halifax. A young Kyle Deering skipping for Manitoba, facing Ontario. Manitoba up 3-1. Last rock. How about this? Run back for 6. What a shot, young man. Manitoba would win the game. They take bronze in Halifax, and the story gets a little bit better. Obviously, that's huge as they celebrate, but look at the young man right there, left of your screen, Colton Lott. How good is that, Kathy? Young faces, and now getting it done at the Brier. It's pretty cool.
Well, and Colton, of course, lost the finals this year, and Kyle Deering was a part of that team. So it is another great story of how when you start really young together, even though you may break off and go other places, teams often wind up back together again. Now, Kyle's been a great player for a very long time. As is Colton.
Yeah, we make the double peel and the end's over, right?
That's some great numbers. Nothing to choose this morning between the leads, both setting their teams up.
Okay. Is that top 4? Yeah.
mine's tight.
Gotta go for weight.
Mine's tight.
Can we freeze the top?
The guard or?
Yeah. No, the.
Get
top
hard,
8.
get hard.
Hard line. Just give me by. Okay, we're there for weight.
Whoa.
Hard line.
Whoa. Hard. Hard. Whoa, whoa.
Weight's good. No. Nice.
Great shot, Waz.
Attaboy,
Get in the
Case.
call.
Nice shot. Good sweep.
Oh, big edge to Matt. That's a plus. Good numbers for Derek. 84 is really good. But that's where you start to see the momentum towards Gunnlaugson's team at the second position.
Yeah, I know what you're saying. Like bumper nose, try to spill this to here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
I like
have
that.
to get something going, boys.
Bump?
Yeah.
Am I trying to nose it?
Yeah, millimeter high.
Okay.
Pretty close to nose.
Good.
Yep.
Just board. A little soft.
Whoa.
Just board.
Whoa. Curl. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Straight. Hard. Sorry, Derek.
Uh-oh. Oh, that's useless.
Sorry, bud.
Shoot.
Good weight.
Uh-oh.
And we have a final on this Sunday morning as Peter Mackey, the hit and stick. You didn't see it, but that's the roar of the crowd as he scores his single. There's the Gushu girls cheering on Brad Gushu, team wildcard #1. So handshakes.
And a great ovation from the crowd for this Nunavut team. It's not about cheering against Gushu as much as they were happy to see him make that hit and stick for his point.
Meantime, back to our feature. Look at the action. And the Redstone spills in for Manitoba.
Good shot, Matty.
Great job, Matt.
Shot, bud.
Thanks.
Even.
Good job to open up that front. He did move Manitoba in, but lots of rocks to come, and the stones out front are the biggest concern.
Pulse. I thought a little light. Yeah. I thought 8 foot.
Weight's good.
Line.
Weight's good.
A little bit line. This is going.
Hard.
Where are you?
Weight's real good.
Okay. Line's good.
Okay,
Okay,
easy. Whoa.
Curl it.
I'll let you
Yep.
finish.
Yep. Nice shot.
Nice shot. Atta boy.
Sweet.
Shot, bud.
Shot, Derek.
Sweet.
Hey. This is the call, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Seen this a bunch, right? Should do absolutely nothing.
For it.
Yep. You got a case. Make it good.
With the score as it is, up 3, that corner guard,
Hard.
well used on the last stone, is the problem.
Hard. Hard. Harder.
Shot, Case.
Good shot,
boy,
Casey.
Sweet,
Very
Matt.
nice.
How about case?
But he leaves it there, and
Real
so
good,
for
bud.
Mike and his team, will try to get there again.
Good.
But here's the edge that we talked about, Brian, at the beginning of the show.
You sure?
That is a plus for Adam, finding ways to outshoot a really good third in Reed Carruthers.
This is more than yours.
If you out-curl your competitor by 5%,
Line's good.
or obviously more, you get the plus on the week in that particular matchup.
I think the reason they go with 5 is if you're within a percentage point of your opponent, technically you're shooting a little bit better than them, but you may not see the results in terms of putting your team in good place. As soon as it's more than 5%, that means that the edge is being felt by your team.
It probably doesn't matter. I think even if we're sitting 2, it's the call.
You
can
lied 2
dig
here.
that at any point.
You lied 2 here.
Yeah. You can see
How open is this? This is like
Sorry?
half open?
Yeah, half open, half open.
Well, it's half open and it's not second
Yeah.
shot, so it's your chance to remove shot stone.
Do you like control?
Control. Control's probably fine, Jay.
What?
Like just control.
Okay.
Your control's been. Think I want more. This should. Like we're gonna get some curl here, right?
Yes, we should.
Sammers came up like 2 ends ago.
Yeah, it should go here.
Yeah.
Just control.
Easy.
Easy, easy.
Not Connor.
Oh,
Curl.
curl hard. You gotta go.
Curl.
Hard, Matty, you got it.
Come on, Matty.
Come on, Matty, you got it, buddy. Keep
Easy.
going. Keep going.
Curl.
Hard. Curl.
Good brush, Matt Wozniak carving it over. Shooter
nice.
sticks around.
Sweet, Matty.
Yeah, the guy was all the way
Yeah,
down
I know,
back,
it was-
and it still came up good.
Mike taking a good look to see who is third.
Great shot.
Even.
Okay.
It's a straight draw, too.
Wow, but that.
Throw the shot.
Yeah, you're right. Because we're never getting 3 now, I don't think, right? Let's just try to get 2.
Okay.
I like this call. If you play the hits on the front, you're still going to be chasing your opponent. They were looking at playing the hit if they could score 3, but in fact, Reed can get around that corner guard, and if not shot, he can for sure get second shot. And then maybe you create an opportunity where Jason chases you, doesn't make it perfectly, or ticks the guard, and you for sure can get 2. Getting within 1 with a couple of ends to go is really important.
We're gonna be second. Yep.
We're there?
Yep.
We're there.
Yep.
Shoot.
We lost it again.
He's just tight right out of the hand.
Is he? Okay.
Yeah.
Going back to the release again.
So that's third shot stone.
As you could have done. Lots.
Wild card lying 1 and 2.
You can generate
It's not the run back if we're lying 2.
We're 2.
I know. That's what I mean.
You thinking trying the runner?
I think it's the run
I think we
back.
want to play an offensive shot.
Okay.
I think you want to get
Like
another one in
he's 2
here.
away and he's only got 2 left, right? If we get another one in, he's got to make a trip.
Yeah,
like a
I
big,
just.
Like,
Okay.
I'm seeing like T-line and try to chisel off this and just get there.
yeah, or just right here.
Okay.
Here.
He's not
or
wrong.
guard the center. Like, what if we do if he guards
We
the
guard the center and then he's looping and you can't get it anymore, right? Like right now
okay.
he goes around
He
us.
can't go there, okay?
I'm just thinking get it.
I saw this first, so I like it.
Okay.
And like you say, like,
Yeah.
I'm
Like
just
you're
like a
trying
top
to draw
bu-
beside it.
Draw top button draw.
Oh yeah.
Well, I'm not loving the guard, especially with the score, because you throw a guard and Mike can loop 2 around there. We've seen that in the ends that he scored 2, it's been made on his shots. They talked about 2 different styles of play. The front end thinking that we're already lying 2, why wouldn't we run the guard back in as we did earlier and get rid of it? But you heard Jason's thinking. He wants to stay aggressive, doesn't want to switch to defensive mode, and feels if he can get a third stone in there, then for Mike, with only a couple of stones to go, if they give up 2, Jason's very comfortable with that.
75-80 even throwing is perfect. You got it, bud.
Skip stones here in 8.
Room in a lot of
It's
it.
out there, easy. Can't go early.
A lot of room. Line's okay. Still room.
Line's really wide.
Okay.
You're gonna be close. Matt.
You gotta go with the card this over.
Crushing our yellow.
Okay.
Straight.
Straight.
Whoa,
Whoa. That's okay. Okay. It's pretty good.
That's really good.
Yeah, it's okay.
I mean, am I not?
Can't make the
Set a little bit. Just
Yeah, and I
took way too much ice for the set I threw.
Yeah.
Because my weight's
just
like
carried.
perfect.
The weight was good. I thought for a second you might be able to get it by, but like
Yeah, I did
before
too.
you were throwing, I was like the way like I.
Yeah, want to
think-
take
I
less
think
ice.
he-
I can make this.
What if you
And
just?
it is
what
a
if you just
battle
make
at the skip
this double?
position, but
Just make it.
no plus, so both skips
double, this
equally
is
giving
very-
opportunities and also making really good shots.
That's
Player comparisons brought to you by New Holland, proud sponsor of Curling Canada.
Yeah, I want to crunch this
Yeah.
stick. Just pop it over
Yeah.
top.
What are we doing? Oh, we're not doing.
Yeah, just smooth around. Hot stone.
What are we doing?
I think I just make the top.
Okay.
Make the top double, right? Fly second, third.
Sure.
Let's just see anything else crazy.
There's no. The triple's not there, hey? Like
I think. Yeah, we kind of ran the triple for sure goes into ours, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, like the
it does?
top
Okay.
one's
Okay, we
it's
weren't
catching
sure.
us.
Okay. Okay. All right, bud.
Otherwise, I'd play that.
Okay.
Okay, smooth half raw.
When they talk about smooth weight, it's the kind of weight that you just come out and throw. So it's not necessarily peel.
Curl! Curl!
Hard, Derek.
Hard,
You really gotta go.
Hard,
Really
Derek!
gotta go, Derek.
Hard, Derek!
Good.
There you go. Mike McEwen squirts 2 by.
It's good. He leaves himself lying
Shot, Mike.
2 and 3 behind the corner.
You're right here.
A little less, right? Yep.
Shot.
Anything wide, T-line weight.
You can beat one.
Yeah, even if you're here, it's good.
That was 75, right?
Yep. So you're trying to tap this on the nose?
Tap this on the nose, yeah.
Okay. Same
Or
throw,
a
eh?
little higher the nose, yeah.
Okay. Same throw?
I think I'm trying to throw it the same way.
Same throw is perfect, I think. We didn't really
throw,
sweep
buddy.
that for weight. It's like that, Matt?
All right, Kathy, update time. Let's check in on Cooey and Fournier on sheet B.
Well, it is 3 for the team from Quebec right now. For Jamie Cooey, though, that there are 2 guards up, but it is in the hole. And so trying to go through that hole and get right to the nose and stick it for the single.
Cooey playing great, 95%, Kathy, in this game.
He played really well in the first game, too, as I talked about earlier.
Yeah, can't hurt.
Just didn't get the results.
Well thrown.
And on the nose for Jamie Cooey. So he'll collect his single.
Attaboy.
Get out of your way.
And a very nice tap.
Good throws.
Probably.
Can you make it for 2?
You probably can.
We gotta play it.
Out turn. Half rock. Pick half.
I could throw either.
Playing it off the one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's there.
Well,
I
I'm just
think you
making
have to
this
go bomb,
double
but
round.
I think you can make it. Yeah.
Throw either turn, really. I think the.
Might as well play
is
it.
there a chance that I can make it with
Yeah,
the end?
you
or
just-
not?
we have.
I think it always touches.
Like, could I just graze
I like
this, maybe? I think we play the end. Let's play the end. It's worth a shot.
Okay.
Because if it just grazes the two,
There's
a
a chance. There's a chance, yeah.
I don't think we can make it with the out that way, though.
Okay.
Smooth?
Yeah. I'll put
Probably
the
full.
I'll put the broom down for you when you see from the hack.
Yeah, it looks good from the hack. There's a chance it's there. I could just maybe whisker it off the top one and it stays.
He's playing the double and has to, when he talks about whispering, he just doesn't want to tick his red one
intern
too far. He can move it a little bit.
How's that look? It's got to be close.
Yeah. Yeah.
What a big three this would be.
Yep.
A must make here in 8. Down by 3. Final stone, Mike McEwen.
Whoa! Yep. 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 Yep.
Yeah!
Whoa, whoa,
Can he make some magic? He'll drive it, push the yellow, and that's good enough for 2. Nice shot, Mike McEwen.
The great deuce.
Two kicks.
And some much needed momentum for Manitoba.
What probably wasn't there?
Now, the way that goes, I don't think it was there for 3, but he said last end he was starting to throw the rock well. That is a great throw, a great 2. They're within 1.
So 7-6. Gunnlaugson leads with hammer, but Manitoba some life in our feature matchup. And another final right next door as Pierce falling to Jacobs 11-4, so Northern Ontario still perfect. It's early, but they are looking very strong. The prior champions from Edmonton 2013 will step aside from Lethbridge. For the third time in the game, Mike McEwen converting with hammer. You see the deuces in 2, 4, and an 8. So it is team wildcard, leading by 1 with hammer here in 9, throwing the Yellowstones.
Back 4.
And just a much needed boost of confidence for not only the team, but for Mike McEwen. That was a lovely double.
It was a really good shot. They talked about was the triple there, or the double and not the triple as in scoring 3 points, and could they not jam on the back? And you heard Mike say after, I don't think it was there. I think he did hit that as good as he could have, and that too is huge. Keeps you in this game.
Oh, wow.
That's the stone.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, good shot. The high one?
Peel.
Yeah.
Well, for Jason, would really, really like to blank this end. But Mike McEwen will be doing everything that he can to prevent that.
Beauty, Matt.
Good boy, Matt. Nice toss.
Back 4.
Okay, I'm trying to get right to the nose.
Yep.
So same weight, I think, with this stone?
Yep.
Okay.
Weight's good.
Line's a little tighter.
Line. How's weight?
Same weight.
Yep, go ahead.
Hard line.
Yep. Gotta go, Colt.
Hard line.
Really gotta go.
Gotta go, boys.
Really gotta go.
Hard,
whoa,
hard.
Whoa, micro graze ours. Just catch it a little.
Sit.
Okay.
Okay.
Pretty good.
Ah, sweet. Good throw.
Try to get the 2 reds.
It's not bad.
You can hear in the voices, Kathy, Manitoba. They just got that little bit of swagger back, don't they?
You bet. You get that too. And even though you feel like you have been fighting it the entire game, you look at the scoreboard and you're down 1. And you know that there's going to be rocks in play. This is a very good team. There's not a lot of quit, but sometimes you feel like you're just not getting any breaks. But as soon as you score a couple, now you've got that hope back again.
Okay. You're just replacing that.
And the way those yellows are set up, for Mike will continue to guard And then if he has to on his last one, he can make a run and would leave himself lying potentially 3. They're very happy if Jason, well, they're not super happy. They'd love to obviously steal, but if Jason takes 1, now you're 2 down with
A little bit for line.
not so bad odds. You see 3s on the board for your opponent. You know that you can do that yourself as well.
Just curl. You're really coming down.
Curl. Hit it, Derek. Hit it. Go, buddy.
Both go.
Go, 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 go.
Finish.
Right across the line. That's a good shot.
Good. Shot, Reed.
An intern's available.
I think you hit it. I think you hit it.
Yeah.
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 Hack.
Hack, scout.
Okay.
Right on the nose. You don't
I
really
like
want
that.
to roll.
Yep. Is that enough?
I don't know. Looks
I think
minimum.
it's close, right? Like you're
Now, Mike
taking an
placing
inch
that
of
guard
control
so
from
that
the
those
nose,
2 reds could
Nice
not
hack,
be
yeah.
removed. But for Jason, even though he'd love to make sure that that guard wasn't there, there's an opportunity for
Little
Matt to
heavy.
get rid of 1
Heavy.
of the McEwen stones.
Easy.
Again, he'd love the blank, but he'll take
Curl.
the 2 if he gets the
Curl.
opportunity.
Curl.
Hard con, you gotta
Curl.
Heard them talking about was that minimum ice,
Nice shot.
and it does curl up enough and makes contact.
Sweet kid.
Is it good or not good?
I think it's good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like that, tap the stones a little bit.
Probably back 12.
I think you're trying to just keep this kind of lined up.
Sure.
He's probably just ripping. Not much choice. Do you try to kill 2 of them?
Well,
Pretty tough.
yeah, it doesn't do as much. Okay.
That's tough to save the shooter.
Yeah, I agree.
I don't mind keeping everything grouped.
Okay.
Back
8.
12?
Back 8, yeah.
Okay, back 12, Reed.
So tapping the redstone on the yellows will still both be shot, but you're going to be tapping some stones back.
Good.
Whoa.
Back line.
Whoa.
Back 12.
Close.
Close. Weight's good.
Curl.
Curl.
Hard, Derek.
Gotta go, Derek.
Hard, Derek.
Curl.
Whoa, straight. Straight.
Back yellow.
Yeah, I know what I'm doing.
Okay.
That's good. It's not bad.
Yeah, I don't know.
Good shot, Ram.
Peel
at center, I
all
think.
day. Yeah. Good turn. Take your time. You got it.
Nice and straight here, Case.
Yep.
Straight peel.
Clean it. Clean it.
Adam Casey.
Beauty. Real nice
pair,
You know,
game.
Kathy, these teams have gone head-to-head and battled for a long time. And case in point, you go back to the 2009 pre-trials in Prince George. It was the C qualifier to get into Edmonton. Remember those trials? And it was Gunnlaugson winning, beating McEwen 6-4. He went on to Edmonton. Unfortunately, not the record he wanted there at 0-7. But it was kind of his welcome to the world, too. I remember he showed up at Edmonton. Came with that arsenal, that
if I'm right here.
high weapon
like,
with the amount of weight that he can throw.
Steal one if it comes to that. Like it really is not a bad.
So many
call.
great teams to come out of Manitoba.
Did you guys use a timeout already? God, they're tight.
Well, actually, I threw similar to this spot. Yeah.
I think we gotta weld it low.
Sure.
So that was the key on Reed's. You heard him yelling the back one. He just wanted to make sure it was behind the tee line. Mike now trying to use that stone to freeze onto it to get shot.
Pretty close, maybe a little hot.
Okay, close for line.
Okay. Line only. Weight's good. Line
Clean.
only. Backy. Maybe a little
Well
heavy.
then. Close.
Weight's good. Little hot. Back 4. Back
Whoa,
8.
whoa,
Back
whoa.
8.
Derek now.
Hard, Derek.
Okay.
And a little tap, and it looks to be shot stone Manitoba.
Just didn't want to move it. Wanted to sit right there.
It's heavy.
Close. No worries, man.
For the
Good
weight
call.
he threw.
Half rock stops it. like
Does
it. Drags
Like,
it.
just try and make all the reds perfectly clean, right? Is the
Yeah.
shot?
Nose is really good, Jay, but then you're leaving him stuck.
But then I could leave him staggered.
Yeah, let's get rid of the middle.
Okay, I like
even
that.
if you kill the 4.
Yeah,
we're
even if I
killing the
put him
3
on the
for
nail.
sh-
Even
we're
if I put
killing
him
the
on the
3
nail.
for sure.
Yeah, even if I put him on the nail, it's still the best shot.
Okay.
Yeah.
So here comes your big weight shot.
Yeah, that's the best case. I think that's pretty half-ish.
A hit for 2?
Yeah.
An awkward
he bumped
distance
hard.
there.
We might leave him one in the middle, but like it'll only be one in the middle.
Whatever you like.
The middle one might
Anybody
not
like anything
go.
else other than this?
No, I just didn't know if you nose it.
Yeah, but then I might stagger
So you
them.
run
right?
this
That's
back.
what we're
This
thinking.
stone is going to go for sure. This one should go for sure. The middle one might be stuffed. But you heard Jason say, as long as you're blasting stones out, even if there's a McEwen stone in there, even if it's shot, it's going to be open and there's going to be access to it.
On this map.
Here comes the rocket. Jason Gunnlaugson here in 9 with his first. Bang, reds are moving. Look at the yellow action.
Brilliant.
Okay, really nice.
That is the weapon that Gunnlaugson has as he cleans house.
That is a 5-second hit. That is not something everyone can do well.
Maybe I slow down and get
He thought maybe that might catch thick and not go out, but great brushing on top of it to get that out. Wow.
You told the story earlier in the week that is a shot he'll actually practice
He
back
does.
home. Yeah,
Absolutely. At the Granite, you'll see him out throwing that big weight shot so that when it happens in a game, it is not something that is unique.
Yep. What does that look like?
That looks max.
Air last.
Good?
Yep.
It's close. Just got to get a shade low.
Whoa. Curl. Curl.
Mike McEwen here in 9. Trying to eliminate some yellow, and he'll drive it right through. So a chance to
I was
hit
that much high and
Just stayed there.
and pick up 3
Had to
for
be tight
Gunnlaugson. Pretty much
spots.
game over.
it's like a half-inch high, and I needed to be a half-inch tight.
Yeah.
It's like in-turn control through the hole.
Sure.
Is this what you're thinking for the in?
Just a touch more, but very little.
That looks good,
Control?
Jay.
Control it.
So a chance to basically seal it here.
Easy.
Jason Gunnlaugson.
Clean.
Final stone
Curl.
in 9. Make the hit
Curl.
through the port. Pick up your 3.
Go, buddy.
Curl. Clean.
Got it.
Clean.
Easy.
Clean.
Get in there.
On the nose, through the hole. 3 on the board for Gunnlaugson. And that's handshakes. As both teams now 1-1. Here at the Brier in Lethbridge, 10-6 your final for Team Wildcard. 1 game still on the ice. We'll step aside and return right after this.
Over and home. Hey, T-Can.
And hey, right back to you, Jason Gunnlaugson, and a nice job as he picks up his first win. 10-6 the final. It brings us to the game story brought to you by Tim Hortons, the official coffee of Curling Canada.
Well, 3 threes for Jason on the board, but the most significant one probably in the 5th where he makes the great freeze that goes on to that. And then Mike had an opportunity. That great crosshouse double in 8 kept their team alive, but it was a wonderful triple by Jason in 9 that just took all the wind out of their sails. And the key, of course, we talked about the thirds, and again, it made the difference in this matchup.
Adam Casey, strong game. Both teams now a 1-1 record here in Lethbridge. And as promised, there was 1 game still on the ice. We will update you right now. It was Jamie Cooey, Mike Fournier, and what an opportunity here for Felix Estelan to cap the game off as he throws the last rocks for Quebec.
Well, some frustration for Jamie Cooey on his final stone was trying to draw behind a Quebec stone at the top of the 12, maybe force in this game, but he went deep. It is biting the back of the 12-foot, so it is a draw to, well, as long as a quarter of his stone is in, it's for 4.
Mike Fournier, Martin Crête, Felix Aslan, of course, throwing the stone, and Jean-Francois Trepanier, yeah, walk it in, and it is perfect. So a big score of 4. And 9-4, the final score, handshake shortly after. So nice job from Quebec as they pick up the victory.
Good luck. Good shooting. Good shooting.
The opening weekend of the Tim Hortons Brier. We'll show you updated standings when we come back.
The Tim Hortons Brier is brought to you by Tim Hortons, the official coffee of Curling Canada. By New Holland, proud sponsor of Curling Canada. By BKT Tires and OK Tire. And by Home Hardware. Here's how.
Nice win for Mike Fournier, and a great story. He thought about retiring and stepping away from the game, but he's back for another Brier. And a nice victory versus Jamie Cooey. Yeah, you betcha. Thumbs up. Always great to be back to the show as we update the standings. Pool A will focus on this afternoon. Of course, in Pool B, you have Jacobs, Gushu, Fleming, still perfect, as the top 3 from each side will qualify for the playoffs championship weekend, and we have a great one coming up. Draw 5, Pool A, a rematch of the 2010 Brier final that Kevin Cooey won over Glenn Howard. Both these gentlemen 4 Brier titles all time. And that's the action later on, 3:30 p.m. Eastern Time, when myself, Kathy Gauthier, and Russ Howard will join us in the booth. Our first Sunday morning at this year's Brier. All the action from NMAX Center in Lethbridge. Thank you for watching our coverage of the Canadian Men's Curling Championship on TSN.